Right, Shalom, Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites, the GMSNORTHCAROLINA, North Carolina camp, coming back once again to prophesy the downfall and destruction of this wicked simple kingdom called America, aka Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah. Alright, before we go any further, we want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to our Heavenly Father, to our begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
next up, I want to start Apostle Pillars of Great Millstone, to us what you say, according to the King James Bible, along with the covenant. And help show those who brothers go on the highways and byways. Alright?
Hey, look, man, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. All right, if you've been watching, you'll know that the prophecies that's written in the scriptures are happening full effect, man. You got rumors of wars. Matter of fact, start with that, Matthew 24. I'll be shocked. There's a lot of war talking in there, man. All right, and that's prophesied in the Bible in these last days, and these days will be heightened. All right.
This is St. Matthew, chapter 24. St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? For what shall be the time of thy coming?
Yeah, what are the signs? Of your return, Lord. You know, what is up with the game? When you're coming back? You know, what are the warning signs? Right?
And of the end of the world.
Right, the end of the age. All right? At the end of this devil's rulership, he's so evil. Because we know now, all right, Jacob is the end of the world. Esau is the end of the world. So I get it.
Second Ezra 6 and 9.
This second Ezra, chapter 6.
We live in the time of last moments. We call white people, their rulership. All right?
Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 8.
Yeah.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac,
Uh-huh.
when Jacob and Esau were born,
Yep.
of him, Jacob's hand held first the hell of Esau.
Right. That's a representation of the saints taking the kingdom, taking this man out of power. All right? And that's what these devils don't want. These devils don't want that because they know what they have done to us will be done to them in the spirit. And that's true. All right? That's Bible prophecy. Them boys will get into that.
For Esau is the end of the world,
By the end of the age. What is it? Eon? You know? The end of an age, man. The time this man is ruling. And the way this place is going to go out that's how it started. This place was established on rape, robbery, murder, okay? Genocide, war, okay? Against who? The 10 tribes. The Northern Kingdom. All right? And the war continued when the Southern Kingdom came over. Go ahead.
for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
And Jacob is the Israelites. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, whatever they're scattered, who were scattered due to our transgressions. God said, put us in scattered in the four corners of the earth. All right? But Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And that's what's frightening right now. All right? To these elites. Because the average Budweiser, all right, Michelob, Edomite don't know what's going on. Okay?
St. Matthew, chapter 24,
Yep.
verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Yeah, take heed that no man deceive you. All right? Put the wool over your eyes. Okay?
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach.
And you had those. You still have those people coming in the name, saying that they are the Mashiach. All right? And how will you know that they're the real deal now? By reading, by studying, right?
And shall deceive many.
And shall deceive many. The ones that are weak natured, all right? They don't have a true, proper understanding of this truth, all right? They're going to be overcome in the spirit by these false prophets, all right? These false leaders.
It says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of war.
Right, here's the point. You should hear of wars and rumors of wars, commotions. All right, and these commotions always been going on, but they can't be hit anymore. They cannot be hit anymore because we're living in a time of this devil going out. All right, his rulership, everything he stands for is going to be put down here, man, by thermonuclear missiles. Right?
See, that ye be not troubled.
Because this is troubling to a lot of people. Hearing about war talk, hearing about my son, my daughter, right? Or my alphabet community is in the army, you know. That scares a lot of people because this place has not been touched, man. All right? This place called America, aka Babylon, has not been touched, man. But that's what it's going to.
This is Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1, verse 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Yeah, so don't let this trouble you. You know, the scriptures are the rest, man. The scriptures give us hope and salvation. You know, a lot of people run to Esau, you know, the government, the science, all right, thinking that that's going to save them. You know, you can take the juice and get in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? I feel like forgotten that the issue of life and death belong to Yahweh Shem Shai. First Samuel, 2nd chapter. But the point of the brother is about this stuff. If this stuff worries you, come back to Yahweh Shem Shai. Come back to this rest. Right?
When the Lord, Yahweh Shai, shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
When he cracked the clouds, right? We'll come back with the angels, man. And game over that word forever. What Buzz Lightyear say to infinity and beyond. You know, we're not gonna have a word forever, man. And that's why we tell people to repent and turn back. Because if you don't get caught up in these wars, these skirmishes, these tribulations that the Bible talks about, this prophecy.
Back in St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Yeah, see, we're not troubled because we got this truth, this wisdom. All right? But, that contrast word, but these things must come to pass. Because the Lord has spoken this right. It's right. You know, hold that, Isaiah 34 and 16. Let's seek ye out the book of the Lord and read, no one of these shall fail.
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord, Yahweh Shemawashai, and read.
Yeah, seek ye out the book of the Lord, which is the Bible, and read it. And I saw an article and might have to go back and do a lesson on it. You know, if it's the Lord's will, whatever he, Lord runs the show. But it was an article talking about the Bible and the Quran. What's the difference between the Bible and the Quran? It's prophecy. It's prophecy, man. A lot of things that the Quran gets, they get it from the scriptures, man. You know? The morality of life, how to live your life. All these nations, man. they pick from the scriptures, man. You got bold textbooks. You know, all the you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Bible stands alone. You know? And look, we're doing a lesson right now. You know? Lord's going to, I'm saying, do a lesson on it. We're doing a lesson right now. You know? Because this Bible stands alone. You can't make this book any other book, man. Because this book tells you the forward, the middle, and the end. The beginning, the middle, and the end, man. The end game. Right?
It says, in his spirit, they have gathered them.
In the spirit, they have gathered them. See, this truth. This is true. They ain't gathered by. He's only going to gather the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? Hold on to it, man. You know? The spirit, this word is what does the gathering. This word is going through the house of Israel right now. And what is it doing? It's setting up the elect. All right? To understand this wisdom, to understand the prophecies that are written, to understand what we are living in the times of war. Spiritually and physically, man. But meanwhile, James was two-stepping, wait for the club, you know, wait for cheaper flights, people to fly, you know, right? I knew it. I knew he was a tear, yo. I knew it. I thought, wait, it's like going back, wait, bouncing, running. That's a tear right there, man. Oh, that's a tear. Hey, whatever. There you got it.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 9. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
Yeah, now how's God going to do that? He does it through the word. He does it through the Bible. He does it through the scriptures. All right? That's how the Lord does it. He speaks through his men. People wondering out here what we're doing. We're just reading the Bible. Didn't the scriptures tell us in Matthew 22nd chapter, go ye to the highways and byways and bid the elect to the marriage? That's what we're doing. That's all we're doing. You know? We're not sealing no one, because the Lord does the sealing. We're just preaching his word. His word is what's going to gather the elect from amongst all nations. People that say, oh, you're a bunch of black Israelites. We're not black Israelites. We're just Israelites. Israelites come in all shapes, forms, colors, because we were scattered. Right? You got Israelites in China. You got Israelites in Thailand. Everywhere. Singapore, India, Africa. You know?
It says, like as corn is sifted in a seed, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
That's right, because the elect is going to be sifted and they're going to be delivered. Because if you're on the earth, when the missiles hit, you're part of the elect, man. You know? You want part of the elect. Well, let's go back, because I want to get back on top of the board. Spirit's going to get back on top of the board. Get Isaiah. Would you feel that Matthew 24? Yep. And then get Isaiah 9:5.
This is saying Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For a nation shall rise against nation.
Yeah, nations. That's what you see going on. Russia telling Ukraine, right? Yeah, no. Did you use it though?
I was setting it up, but I couldn't.
Yeah, straight up. It's like, look at that real fast. Who was Ukraine? Who was Ukraine and telling them not to side with NATO, right? Just type in Russia, Ukraine, or speaking. Yeah. That's smart. It's smart. You could show to the screen. Showing up. Put on the other camera. You know, this is war talk. This is the promotion. These are nations rise against nation. This is Bible prophecy. People like to say, "Oh, that wasn't that in Bible times." No, we're still living in biblical times, man. We never stopped living in biblical times. Yeah, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. Yep. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly.
Yeah, woe represents destruction. All right, you had your World War I, World War II. All right, and now we're living in a time of World War III. Where a lot of destruction is going to happen. This place is going to happen. All right, after the end of World War III. And how we know it's coming back quickly? Because we're reading about it, and we're seeing it prophesied in the news, man. These are the signs, man. These things must first come to pass before the end comes.
St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines.
Famines. All right, a lack of resources, a lack of right? Things of that nature.
It says,
Things you need to survive, man. All right? There's going to be a lack of it. Bottlenecks are still going on out there in the West Coast, man. All right? Nothing is coming into America, man. All right? You go to the shelves, it's the same things you saw a week ago. Right? And prices are jumping. All these are bringing the lack of bread, man. All right? Go ahead.
it says, and there should be famines and pestilence.
What diseases? Right? Hey, look, we're talking about this moment, right? That's now in America. But before that, it was monkeypox. What happened to that? Now that's being hushed up. All right? But these types of pestilence and diseases are going to be in these last days, man. And it's going to get out of control. Out of control to the point where Sleazy E ain't going to have no answers, man. Because this is coming from the true and living power, man. The true and living God. Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
And earthquakes in diverse places.
Hey, look, what are you going to do when the ocean comes for you? You know, what are you going to do when Yahweh Shem Shai comes for you, man? Nothing. But lay down to the slaughter, man.
It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yeah, sorrows. All these are beginnings, man. All right? You're going to have some Jake going through all those things, man. They're going to have to
is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai of hosts, with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm, and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire.
That's the thing. I didn't even realize the Lord's visiting. Right, that it was an Amazon building. All right, I don't even realize that was the power of Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. We just read it. Storms and tempests. All right, and they killed people. Right. I forgot how many souls the Lord took that day from that building. All right. Yeah, look it up. All right, but that's the Lord visiting. All right, the earth, man. So quick, you say, "Oh, Mother Nature," right? Giving our power no credit at all. When it's written straight in the scriptures, who brings the rain? Who brings the storms? Who brings the tempests? Who brings the earthquakes, man? And yet, how about Shemam Shah getting no credit? That's why he's jacking this place up, man. He's jacking this place up, man.
It says at least 70 dead.
70. 7 is completion.
At least 70 dead as tornadoes U.S. Midwest leaving many without power.
Leaving many without power, man. Midwest get cold, man. You know everyone gets cold. Midwest states, man, gets some of that Arctic air, man. You know, Chicago, all the places, Milwaukee, Ohio, those places, man, they get cold, man. And you without power. Tis the season to be jolly, right? Go ahead, read it again from the top of the show.
This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6.
Yep.
Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai of hosts, with thunder,
Yep.
and with earthquake,
Yep.
and great noise,
Yep.
with storm, and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire.
Wildfires, all right? They had a new burn here in North Carolina. I don't know if it's still going on, but early in the week, a big burn up easy spark wildfires. Okay. Right? That's what I think the Lord is, man. The Lord's gonna visit you His way, how He wants to get down. You got it, bro. Huh? Yeah, Isaiah 9:5. So, yeah, I want to get back on that water. That's what's coming. Get ready. Get ready. The Lord's coming to America, according to the Bible.
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5.
Right.
For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood.
You know, ancient wars that were fought on the battlefield. All right, all those confused noise. You didn't know whether it was a horse falling, trampling. You know, someone screaming, metal clashing. All right, someone yelling from getting pierced through with a sword or an arrow. All right. The sound. Say again.
This is Isaiah 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood.
Garments rolled in blood from all the wounds and death that would happen. All right. And you know, and I heard, oh man, what was it? I forgot his name, but some Edomite that was doing an interview with him, and he was saying how this battle was being fought with actual men on the field, on the ground. You know, and I can see that. You know, this is in Vietnam. You know, but the ultimate war, the ultimate fighting will be done with nuclear, right? Go ahead.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah, this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. This upcoming World War III. You can't escape it unless you repent. And first of all, you're an Israelite. You're part of the elect. Those are the only ones that's going to escape World War III in America, man. And Babylon. Meanwhile, what? They got Christmas festival going on down the block. Best believe you got Jacob in there. I got their kids with little reindeer antlers on. You know? Not knowing that what? World War III is in their face in the can of face, baby.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow.
I'm getting ready. You know, get ready, man. All those that bend the bow, man.
It says, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her.
That dirty hall, Babylon. Right? All these countries done laid down with Babylon, man. Right? And she's tricked all of them, man. Through that wine, through their philosophies, their doctrines that they took on, right? They said, hold up, man. This now my people are out of order. Now they want to set up McDonald's and Coca-Cola and Pepsi. All right? Women want to be women want to operate, vehicles, all these things that these construction makes a man. So therefore, they're going to bend that bow.
It says, bend the bow, shoot at her.
When you finish,
Spare no arrows.
spare none. What for? What for? This place needs to be done there a million times. Those wickedness, man. Who ain't sparing nothing, man? They don't spare us, right?
Spare no arrows. For she has sinned against the Lord.
Yes, we sin against the Lord, man. This place has touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. That's the main reason why one of the main reasons why the Lord's bringing this, man. Get Joel 2.
This is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Yeah, blow ye a trumpet in Zion, which represents you Israelites. It goes back to Hebrew words of Zion, which means holy mountain. Alright? We're blowing that trumpet, right? Which is this word. It's a trumpet of many things, man, all wrapped in one. Repentance, time to repent. Alright, death and destruction is on the way. Our Lord, first and foremost, is on the way. Alright? Go ahead.
It says, for the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Yeah, he's coming. It's nigh at hand. It's close. You know? Pastor in the church can't tell you, alright, about the day of the Lord coming. Alright? But the truth in the Lord can. It's talking about the apostles and elders and great millstone on down, man. Alright? Those brothers that teach the same doctrine. Alright? They're not up under the great millstone banner, but up under the great millstone banner. Right? With the knowledge, the truth. Alright?
It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess.
A day of darkness, a day of gloominess. Right? This is what the day of the Lord consists of, man. It's going to be upon the wicked. Keep reading.
A day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there had not ever been the like, Neither it says neither shall there be any more after it.
Yeah, man. It's not gonna be no more war after this, man. All right. Everyone's gonna fall in line. They see what happens to America. Every all these nations gonna fall in line, man. Okay. It's not gonna be another place like this place. All right. It's gonna be a memorial to what happened when you do wickedly. Now, yeah, they're gonna get out of line. All right, we're gonna get them back in order, but not like how America's been. You know.
It says, even to the years of many generations.
That was it. Get that nine.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Prepare ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Yeah, that's what we're proclaiming, man. War. I mean, that's it. You know, that's been the topic. You know, this past week, what you see throughout your news outlets, man. You know, Putin saying this, Putin saying that. Frequency Joe is saying this, other than that. All right. All these are rumors, and there's wars going on behind the scenes. It's not even being talked about. It's not hitting mainstream media, man. All right. But that's what we're proclaiming in these last days is war. The third woe. Go ahead.
It says, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
Mm-hmm.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Yeah, all the men of war draw near, man. You know? That movie Bloodsport, man. I don't know if brothers ever seen it. But they had an invitation called the Kumite or something like that. And they went and sent out, you know, all the fighters ready to fight, ready to go, to come to this tournament, man. You know? That's what the Lord is saying. All those who are ready to go to battle.
It says, let them come up.
Yep.
Beat your plowshare into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah, take away. All right, from the farming, take away from the agriculture, things of that nature. You start all the money, right? Into what? Preparing for war. That's why a lot of these nations, right? They don't believe in wasting food, right? Always bring it out. China has it's China, China. All right, they outlawed wasting food. You know, these heathens are preparing their nation somewhat for something that's coming down the pipeline. All right, but people, Stephen Joe is not preparing you Americans. They're preparing you for the slaughter. Right? And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are all caught up in the mix-up, man. You know?
Verse 11, assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. It says, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh Shemawashai. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to
And
the.
they are waking. They are waking, man. You know? These heathens are tired of Esau, right? The so-called white man's crap, man. They're tired of America. America pushes its ways on everybody's business, everybody's backyard, right? You had that tennis player, man, in was it China? I think it was China, and they was worrying about her being missing, and one of their officials laid hands on her, this, that, and the third. What the hell does that have to do with America, man? You know, they want to go over there and try to establish some type of law and order. What does that have to do with America? Nothing. You know? This man got his business in everybody else's business, man. Got his nose in everybody else's business, man.
says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And Yahweh Shabbat. Right? Most High's judgment. Right? It's going to be a judgment upon the heathen. Alright? They need judgment, man. Because look, Esau was the only one that laid hands on us. Alright? He was the only one that did us dirty. Go ahead.
It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Yeah, the time is right. Alright? They're nice, juicy, they're plump. They're ready to be picked. Go ahead.
Come, get ye down, for the press is full, the fast overflown,
Go ahead.
for the wickedness is great.
Yeah, the wickedness is great. Wickedness, look, it tells you in 2 Ezra 15, that's why the Lord's got to because wickedness has exceedingly polluted this place, man. Alright? You got men with men. Forward, man.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, is near, in the valley of decision.
Alright? It's gonna go down, man.
Verse 15. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shine.
Yeah, there you go.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people.
That's how he's going to plead for the nation of Israel, man. That's how he's going to judge you heathens for what you have done. They don't realize what they're doing. They don't realize that them coming there is going to be to their demise, man. All right? He still think he got it, but he don't got it, man. Go ahead.
And for my heritage Israel,
Go ahead.
whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land.
Yeah, man, they have scattered us among all nations, man. All right? The Sahara slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade. All right? Part of the off to all these nations, man. Right? We were property. We still are property, man. Okay? Read again.
It says, for my people Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land.
That's why we say this is not a black, it's not a black Hebrew Israelite thing. It's just an Israelite thing, Hebrew Israelite thing. Because you got our people scattered among all nations. You know?
And they have cast out my people. They have given a boy for an harlot, and have sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
Yeah, so that's one of the main reasons why the Lord destroyed the nations. Mainly Esau Edom. For laying hands on the children of Israel, man. You know? Because it was a time where, our iniquities at the end, but you have poured the affliction that stuff, Esau. The white man, woman, and child are devils, man. They're deceivers. The Lord's gonna take them out of here, man. World War III. Come on with you eating nations, man.
Joel chapter 3, verse 4. Yeah, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
Yeah, you had much Ishmaelites. Go ahead.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Go ahead.
And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
Yeah, man. That's what the Lord's gonna do. It's written, man. Because you have touched the apple of his eye. You chose the chosen people, man. You didn't just grab up anybody. You didn't just sell anybody. Right? You chose the people. You chose them. You know? You want your average Joes. We're Yasha Ali. Right? That's who you put your hands on. Is that verse 8? Verse 5.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Yeah, we are the representation of silver and gold, but they also actually took silver and gold, which we're going to get back. They're going to cough it up, man. Everything they took from us, they're going to cough it up, man. Remember, power, riches, it's transferred. It's transferred, man. It's going to come back to its rightful owners. Go ahead.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
They have this far from our borders, man. Who's in our borders now? Ishmael. All right. Edom. All right. Everything good? You know, you got heathens around there. You got rats, camels around there, man. All right.
Zechariah chapter 9, verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod,
A bastard, man. Right?
and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
So you Hamites, Ishmaelites, Esau. Hey, look, man. God's gonna cut you out. He's cutting you out now. You out here still on the highways and byways, man. Chanting the prophets of the downfall of Babylon, saying you heathens are going headfirst in slavery. Man, woman, and child. That's the only thing that's really promising. Now, yeah, you will be blessed in the kingdom after you serve your punishment. You're going to get your own land back. You're going to get some land. All right? Now, you're going to be subject to the Israelites, man. Subject to first and foremost, Yahweh Shekhinah. All right? You need some of your bastard. All right, that's dwelling in Ashdod. Right? And yeah, exactly. Huh? Yeah. Somebody check the camera, see what we're talking about. Yeah, man. You know, you gutter rats, master splitters. Trees, right? The place is desolate, really.
Joel chapter 3, verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
Too, and was happy with it, right? Was happy with it. You conspire all together to take us out, man.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off. For the Lord Yahweh Shai has spoken it.
And that's why this place is in an uproar, right? Because these higher ups, all right, and you know that these things are going to happen, man. Right? The shadow government, the people that run the world behind the scenes, right? The upper echelon of these nations, they know what's up, man. Everything that has been done to us, and look, they got a lot of records, man. All right? There was things documented that happened.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. It says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee."
Because you represent death.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee."
That's what we tell them. The day of the Lord is upon the heathen, man. That includes 2/3 of our people, aka Jacob's trouble. All right? The day of the Lord is near is upon all the heathen. And you're going to go off horribly, man. That's why scriptures tell you heathens to go back to your own land. But the destruction here, ain't nobody surviving this destruction here, man. All right? No matter how far down on the earth you devils dig, man, you ain't going to survive it. And if you do, the Lord going to send the angels, right? And we might be some of those men that go dig your bottom bunkers, man.
It reads, "Thy reward shall return upon thine own head."
Yeah, thy reward, the things that you have reaped, all right? You reap what you sow, right? So you have sown wickedness throughout the four corners of the earth, right? And you thought the Lord was with you on it. No, right? The Lord's not with you, you know? He was. We are standing firmly, right? Chant down your faith. gates will be open continually, right? They're gonna bring us everything, man.
It says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be, though they have not been.
Esau gonna be as though he has not been. That's why they gotta be sitting up there, man. It's not in the world when you go. Maybe somebody put out something. You know, they're gonna drink that cup as well, man.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
And now, by process of elimination, Edom is Edomites, the so-called white man, woman, and child today. That's your biblical nationality. All right, you come from a man named Esau. All right. So Scripture said, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelt in the land of Uz." Uz was the dwelling place of Edom. All right. Why is Scripture saying that? Scripture saying that because the next stop for you, right? The next stop for you is not going to be nice, according to the Bible. Of course, they all try to find some way to slither, right? To hitch their way into some type of salvation.
So Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
Yep.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Right, that cup. Deuteronomy 28th chapter. And that, look, man, that's a cold cup, man. And just imagine, the Lord loved us. Oh man, when we get our back split, right? All 12 tribes got the meat coming out of your back. They'll put nails and all this type of stuff at the end of the whip. Chunks of meat is coming out of Jake. That's love. Put me out by Shemam Shah. How much more someone he despises and hates? You know? You might hit them one time, they're through. You know what I'm saying? Look, harsh, man.
It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked.
That's right, man. Everything that happened to us, the woman turning against you, the kids disrespecting you, all right? Your house is out of order, all right? I'm just going to say your pits, because that's where you're going to be dwelling at, pits, all right? Your pits going to be out of order. No one's going to respect you. I mean, you're gonna be the scum, all right, of the earth, man. You're gonna go back to what you was naturally created to be, the basis of men, all right. And that's what the devil's fear. You're gonna go back to being hairy. punishment is up, man. All right, now we're gonna get to go outside and play. All right, we're not gonna ever make any more mistakes. We're not gonna ever go off again, man. And that's the beautiful thing. There's no way ever we're gonna ever be out of order, man. Transgressing the Lord, the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
It says, he would no more carry thee away into captivity.
Yeah, this is our last go round, man. Paris ways to these right? Over bondage for the children of Israel, which consists of so-called Negro and Native Americans. All right, that's something to rejoice and be happy about, man. I don't want to hear that. And Esau can't come; he don't want to go.
He will visit thy iniquities, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Yep. Lord's discovering sins, man. People out here, man. You know, I'm telling Esau what's about to happen to him. And his little crummy kingdom, man. All right, his gingerbread house kingdom, man. It's gonna get ate up by them missiles. All right. We're telling you, you're going down for touching the apple of the Lord's eye. You and your compadres, all right, your companions, your amigos, are going into slavery. Point blank period. Man, woman, and child. Go ahead, Shamar.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear.
Hey, look. I bet you your pastor in your church can't even break that down. The scripture said, if any man have an ear, let him hear. And a lot of us have 2 ears. Right? You never know some Jake will come one ear. You never know. But anyways, go ahead.
It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That's right. Spiritually, you got to understand what this Bible scripture is saying. All right, spiritually. He that leadeth into what? Slavery. Bondage. Shall go into captivity. That's what they say. That's what they want to read, man. Let's play. You know, these devils really think they're gonna get off scot-free. And that saying goes back to something. Scot-free. But anyways, this devil's not gonna get off, man. Yeah. Not gonna get off, man. The scripture said it what?
It says, verse 10, Revelation 13:10. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And that was Esau's blessing was the sword. Alright? So he that killed with the sword is going to be killed with the sword. Alright? In the kingdom, we're going to literally have a 2-edged sword. Alright? Execute what judgment upon who? The heathen. Alright? Yeah, we're going to be doing these other heathens in, but that main one is Esau, man. Because he really put the foot up our ass and turned it sideways, up, down, left, right. Okay? And what that country Edomite say? They're scared. They're scared of retribution. You know? You ever wonder why a white woman clutches a purse? Because they're scared. Everything that they have done is going to come back on them. You see them come? That's how he sounds. You know? It's ultimately played out in the kingdom.
It says, here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, this is the faith of the Israelites, man. This should be the faith of every Israelite on this side, man. You know, what is that saying? Oh, your grandfather returned in his grave. You know, blah 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 blah. Give you an example. All right, give you an example. I was in high school, and I didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? And this white chick, like so in love with me. She rode the bus home and followed me home. And my mom was like, she came to the door and she was like, baby, she's like, I don't think your forefathers be happy with you dating, trying to get with my son. You know what I'm saying? And the chick fell out crying. You know, she was boo-booing. She was leaving. You know? But the point I'm trying to make here is every Israelite should be in an uproar or wanting the things that happen to their people that happen to people that into them, man. You know, if her grandparents, her forefathers would have known that, you know, she was trying to get with me, they would have been pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but later on down the line, you know, she's a Jake, man. She's a Jake. That chick was a Jake, man. You know, just in the spirit, she's a Jake. That's besides the point.
This Exodus 20. Exodus 21 and 16 says, and he that stealeth a man.
Who stole us? Who laid handles on us, man? Right? And now they have this thing called critical race theory that the so-called white man is trying to get away from, man. Nah, nigga, you did it. You did it. Right? That shameful spewing is your glory, man. That's how you got everything you possess, man. Yeah, you Edomites. Go ahead.
It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him.
Now, one reads that, right? What's the first thing that pops in your head? He that stealeth a man. Who stole the Israelites? Who stole the so-called black man, right? Who stole the so-called Native American and the Latinos and shipped us off to West Bubble Butt? You know what I'm saying? You devils. Along with you other heathens, but you devils were in the forefront of it, man. And now that it's all coming out, right now the truth is in your face. You trying to deny, you trying to run from it, man. But you can't. Because you're being revealed. Go ahead.
Or if he be found in his hand, and it says, he shall surely be put to death.
And we're still in their hands, man. Because if this devil let us go, this place will crumble. And that's what they might need to do. Since they want this place, this society to crumble so fast, hey, let the Israelites go. Right? You know what I mean? Let us go and do as we please. But no, you can't do that. Why? Because you're the devil. Go ahead, Shmore.
It says, let me read again. Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his.
Those auction blocks, right? You still got an auction block up in Fayetteville right now, man. Market House, yeah, Market House. Water, bro. You know? And I didn't even know that. I was on a date one time. It's correct. you know? And she was more furious than actual pigs. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, they still have these auction blocks today. They still got plantations right here in Raleigh, man. You know what I'm saying? How did we get those plantations? We're stacked like sardines, right? Put on a ship. Imagine all the splinters you got, right? On a ship, and took it from one part of the world to the next, man.
United.com. It says simply stated, the CRT, the critical race theory, explains how the collective struggle of Black Americans, so-called, are the result of systematic racism and not just a few bad apples. It's systematic. It's a trap. It's a trap that Esau Edom has set up. The way he runs his site, the way he demonizes the church in the media, the way he has you stacked up as sardines in the hood with no job opportunities, with no resources to get ahead. You see, it's all systematic. It's all a trap.
That's true. These devils, I was telling my demon, they had a 500-year head start on life systematically, right? They had a 500-year head start up until this very day, and then you got these devils saying, I don't understand why you just can't, do this or do that. Even got Jakes from other countries, man. Like this Benjamin I work with was saying, I don't understand how, a black man in America can't get it together, but then, I come over here and, I'm doing better than them. Yeah, but you ain't doing that much better. You ain't doing that much better. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all in the same bucket, man. These curses are on all of us. Some heavier than others, man. Some heavier than others, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken.
Yeah, and they talking about the gunner rats over there, right? Those small hats. Right? You can just, it's just reading, man. They're putting the pumps together. Who's that fit? It's us, man. We wasn't supposed to drink of that, man. But we did. And it all has a big picture, a photo grande behind it, right? Because we had to go through it for a reason. The bigger picture was to fulfill the prophecy. But that wasn't the intentions of us to go through that, man. We went off. We transgressed the laws. We made that covenant with Yahweh Shemashai. You break the law, what? You got to pay the penalty.
Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup
Now here it is. That's just it's St. John chapter. Yeah, you got all the other go. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so that thief represents all right. The thief, what did he steal? He stole people, right? We always forget about that one. Yep. Yep. Right. Yeah. That's a great point. This man stole nationalities. That's why this man's a hypocrite. Because if you steal someone's nationality, someone's identity in his society, what? You're going to jail, man. And that'll be calling you out on your BS. You know, he cut videos, shut down brothers' pages, right? And I see why Pastor Hart says what he says, man. It should be every chick out here on the street corners prophesying and complaining about what's going on, man. Should be prophesying the downfall of this place, man.
St. John 10:10. The thief cometh not, but to steal and to kill and to destroy.
And what that devil say to pass away? Prince, oh, devil. His name might have been Harry too. I'm not quite sure. But he said, I don't know. But he said he would come back as a virus and kill as many people as he could. You know, Wad did a video on it, man. And he had me laughing. He had a still frame of his picture. He said, oh, the face only a mother could love. Esau's ugly, man. Esau ugly as hell. But, Prince Philip, huh?
Yeah, there was multiple principles. This is Business Insider India. Prince Philip quotes about reincarnating as a deadly virus to solve overpopulation resurgence.
Right, all about overpopulation. But how about you devils go off yourself? So this place is so crowded, right? How about you go off yourself, man?
It says in 1988 was when the quote was when he made that statement.
Wow. Wow. And it's prime devilish. But yeah, man, that's the wicked.
He died. Months ago. He died in May, around May.
Yeah.
Can't think of the exact day.
Glorify that devil. Oh. Now, make it go.
St. John 10:10. It says, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. I come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly.
Yeah, the Lord came to do more abundant, man. The point I wanted out of that scripture was this man is he's dead, man. You know, he said he would come back as a plague to kill as many people as he could to help repopulate, man. Earth. I ain't heard no other heathen say that. I have not heard any other heathen say that. You know? Bring your precept to come.
I still got a little bit more. Never mind.
Yeah, it's fresh. Let him bring it to come.
woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
Yes, when they woe to the bloody city, the bloody city is talking about America. Woe means destruction. So there's a judgment coming unto those who have shed the blood of the children of Israel. You get numbers, what precept, keep reading with whole 35 and 33. But it says, woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery. So this place is full of lies. You know, the biggest lie is that the Lord is a so-called white man. You see, his image has been crossed out in this place, in the ways of Egypt, the way of Sodom and Gomorrah are promoted here in America. You know, they're supposed to be a God-fearing nation, supposed to be a nation that reverence, that upholds the Bible as the law of the land. That's a lie. You know, and another lie, this so-called white man said that he's the children of Israel, that he's the children of the Most High, and that the Israelites that he has in captivity are nothing but criminals, you know, thieves, you know, degenerates. You see? You read again?
Yep. Yep.
What do you think that show was about? I was watching cops the other day, and cops was showing Jake being arrested, put on TV for like, you know, basically this criminal. Like Jake was doing stuff to survive when you actually look at the spiritual aspect.
That's that critical race. It's not a theory. You know, that's that systematic oppression that Esau Edom has set up. If it was a theory, you know, that means we're theorizing it. Nah, it's been proven to be true. You know, that's why they always. How you think Jake gets weapons? How you think this man who's in the hood just gets all these methamphetamines and these different drugs, these pharmaceutical drugs that they push out into the streets? You know, where they get it from? You know, you watch those these movies. They always show you dealing with drug dealers. They got connected to the CIA. You know, somebody in the government. You see, so it's Esau Edom who's pushing that agenda.
Oh, you said something real fast. This is First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. It said, "Lay open the book of the law, where the heathen sought to make the likeness of the images."
That's right. And now, you know, that's why people Bible animation. You know, every character is an Edomite. You know, something about the flood. There's nothing but Edomite characters. You know, and they have pushed this image. This image is the Roman Empire. You know, reincarnated again. You know, this beast system today. You see, and it's full of wickedness. You know, this is a Rome all over again. You know, and they say when you're a Greek, you as the Grecians. You see, when you're a Rome, you as the Romans. You see, and these people, they come over here, they adapt the ideologies of America. You see, they become Hellenized.
This is First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. "Lay open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to make the likeness of their images."
That's right, the heathens being the so-called white man chiefly, you know, because the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where is he? You know, you see a Chinese salvation, you know what I mean, known as JC. Now you see a blonde hair, blue eyes, you know, who's green, you know, with hair. You see, get that again?
This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Go to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
It is all full of lies and robbery. Because how did they get this place? By rape, robbery, and murder. You know, and the scriptures say, what was that, Becca 2 and 16? You know, Becca 2 and 12. But,
It says, "And the prey departed not."
and the prey depart not. The prey, being us, we're the prey. And more importantly, they that depart from evil maketh himself a prey. Depart from the ways of this world. Because everybody who's getting down with the juicy juice, they're just going to get further along. Until that broad gate, they find it. But we are on that straight and narrow gate, and we have been made the prey here in the society. We're stepping out in great boldness against the face of such as afflicted us. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell's going on nowadays. You got that Jeremiah 49 as well.
Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 12, it says, For thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Yeah, Esau, Edom, these other nations too are not going to go unpunished. This isn't a John Wayne movie where the cowboys ride off into the sunset. And here upon the earth, there's a righteous judge. And it's Yahweh Shemashai, and he ruleth in the kingdom of men. He's about to judge the basis of men. Judgment is coming to the planet Earth. That's what we're out here declaring. So, Jeremiah 28:8. We get some more prophecies, to be honest.
This book of Jeremiah 28:8. It says, The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's what we out here do, to tell you and warn you of the wars. World War III is coming. We're at the point. It's so much. Like, damn, what should I do? Should I even worry about next month? You know what I mean? Because we're that close to the end of World War III coming up. Pestilence. The real pestilence is going to come what? When cannibalism, all these bodies are in the streets of America, and nobody, and the morgue is not here to pick them up. That's when those pestilence are going to increase. Just to submit, the bodies decaying. This is concrete. You don't let the earth swallow them up. You see, so that's another way pestilence are going to come. Evils being bad times. Famine is going to bring evils upwards of the people. And look, we know how the movie ends, so we have hope. We know the script. We don't know every detail aspect of how the Lord is going to have this thing play out, but we know when this man makes his move, it's going to happen quick. Because he knows that he have a short time. It says the scriptures talk about him coming as a flood. A flood comes in quick. You see? So look, the line is shorter than the ride. Meaning what? The build up to John and Jacob's trouble is going to be much shorter than the actual trouble.
Jeremiah 28:9. It's the prophet which prophesied of peace.
See, the prophet that prophesied peace, and we got a lot. You got a lot of prophets prophesying of peace. You just had NATO make the guardian of peace. Dealing with their whole their new mascot. It has a mouth of a lion. Damn near body of a leopard. You know what I mean? Literally showing that this is that beast system. The Most High is dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans not to have any excuses. And if you can't see this thing, it's because you're caught up in your lives here in America, the here and now, which all that shit is about to be taken away. We hear Jake's conversation. Well, I just moved into a new apartment. I was like, I don't know how you're gonna pay the rent. In all actuality, you better hope when this deal goes down, it goes down where you gotta pay the rent. Because how are you gonna pay it? Because people are about jobs lost, hyperinflation. They're talking about how the numbers are at an all-time high. Inflation, food prices, the price of everything is going up. And you had this dude who wrote that book, dealing with the poor dad, the rich dad, poor dad. I can't remember the author's name. He posted on Twitter, dealing with how this is all a hoax. Dealing with the hyperinflation was really it's trying to cover up the economic collapse that's going to come in 2022. So enjoy your time here in America while you can, because civil unrest is coming.
Book of Isaiah chapter 51, it says,
Therefore,
Therefore, hear thou now this, thou afflicted and drunken. And who's afflicted? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they are drunk off the wine and the way of this world. And so much that they think this is the end. But their time of sobering, is to happen now for you to wake up and realize that this is not the end-all be-all, that the Yahweh Shemal Shai is about to make his second return, that he's about to judge our cause here upon the earth. And the only way you're going to be uplifted during this time of trouble, when the whole world is going to be at civil unrest, civil unease, is you leaning upon Yahweh Shemal Shai. Some of Isaiah 10 and 20.
but not with wine.
But not with wine, but with the ways of this world. Go ahead.
It says, thus saith thy Lord, Yahweh Shai.
See, thus saith our Lord. Our Lord is the God of the Bible. That's what we are trusting and putting our hope and faith in. We're not trusting in Esau. This man said, what he done? This thing has had 15 days to find the curve, but he's still pulling you along. And so much now, people, look, when this thing is turned up, we're going to see the real makings of this man's juice. You had that, new movies coming out. They had that Raccoon City. Basically that's dealing with Resident Evil, from my understanding. It's they tell you in that movie that they created that juice, that meat to basically alternate your DNA. So Esau Edom, he's trying to play God. Well, I'll write a script and I'll put it in the movie, and then I'll have it come to pass. That's just Hollywood. You see? Go ahead.
It says, verse 22, Isaiah 51:22. Thus saith thy Lord, Yahweh Shai, and thy power, that pleadeth the cause of his people.
See, Yahweh Shai is pleading their cause. And look, we ought to bear the indignation of the Lord because we have sinned against him. You see, so as we're bearing our cross, bearing that indignation, at the very same time, the Most High is beginning to plead our cause. That's why you have the angels work on the minds of these leaders, these nations, to go off into war with each other. You see, for Esau to make his move, so the Most High can checkmate him. You see?
It says, behold, I have taken out thine head, with cup of trembling.
You see, Yahweh Shemal Shai is taking out our hands the cup of trembling. And we have been made free via the truth. You see, now we have this hope. Now we have this faith where we stand. You see, and we are going to be justified by our faith in these last days, which was a gift, via Yahweh Shai's sacrifice, in which he gave his life for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the Israelite mourners.
Even the dregs of the cup of my fury, thou shalt no more drink it again.
That's right. We shall no more drink it again. This is the final captivity. This is it. This is the end of the oppression of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You see, but first we gotta go through that string gate. How then shall they see the broad if they go not through the narrow? Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High. But through all this tribulation, it's just going to be a testament. We glory in tribulation, right? It's going to lead to our glory in the kingdom of heaven, in an everlasting name. The scriptures talk about how when our righteous forefathers went through afflictions, that their hope was full of immortality. Right?
It says, but I will put into the hand of them that afflict thee.
But the hand of them that afflict thee, they shall drink of this cup. The cup is going to be passed on to them, and that's going to lead to their being destroyed. In order for them to go into captivity, the Most High has to send His only begotten Son back, Yahweh Shai, to conquer these other nations and to put them into captivity.
Which have said to thy soul, bow down, and when they bow low, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street, to build
Jeremiah 51:5. Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, but the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel, says, flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Yeah, Judah and Israel, both northern and southern kingdom, has not been forsaken, and that's being made evidently clear on how we are coming back together. The Most High is sealing up the breaches thereof, and raising up Judah and Israel. You see, we're being healed in His word. Thy sons come from the ends of the earth, thou sentest away. Glory in the words of the Holy One. We come to hear the words of Yahweh Shai. The Spirit of the Lord is gathering His elect, His remnant in these last days, and that's what we see happening. And as the remnant begins to be gathered, as the believers wake up and chant down Babylon, you see, women start to believe, wake up, get it in order. This is all predicated on the Lord working. You see, and that's what we have to wait for. As the Lord works, we must continue to work as well.
Reads on the book of Jeremiah 51, verse 6 says, flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Flee this place. You're supposed to flee the shadow of this world, the valley of the shadow of death. You see, this place, the scriptures say, flee from sin as in the face of a serpent. You see, and that's what this place offers. The only thing this place offers is sin. Sin upon sin, which is iniquity, which leads to your death.
Jeremiah 51:6, it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
That's right. And you fleeing out of the ways of America. That's Babylon the Great, according to the Holy Bible, which is allotted to be destroyed in World War III, the Great Whore. You see, it says that will cause you to deliver your soul. Being delivered from this upcoming destruction.
Yep, it says, reads on, be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will bring them unto her wickedness.
Yeah, be not cut off in her iniquity. Meaning everyone who's in with America, when this stuff goes down, is going to be cut off. The Most High is going to cut you off from earth. What does that mean? He's going to cause that to be serious, right? You're going to drop it down.
Yeah, man. Be mentally and spiritually for this place. Right? Not way back then, and our people are still holding on to that, man. That's what you got to get up out of, man. That mindset of these heathens, man. You want verse 7?
Oh, yeah.
Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon's been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. They made all the earth drunken.
Yeah, so Babylon has its purpose. You see, when Esau was given his blessing, right? To be built up to this great power, so the Most High can take him out. You see, and he made all the earth drunken with his wine. That's why you got freaking, McDonald's over there in China. That's why you got Nestle boats over in the coast of Brazil. Over in the poorest cities in Africa. You see, where they can't even afford a meal, but they got Nestle boats. Selling their people food so their children can become overweight.
Land back over you were saying they got coke in certain parts of Mexico where they got more coke than water. Now the kids are walking around obese, all types of health problems because they can't even get water is a rarity in that town.
If I'm not mistaken, they have the Sony water. If I'm not mistaken. It's the Sony water. And that water, that shit not even good for washing your hands with. You know what I mean? You don't even want to consume that water. That's the worst water you can drink. One of the worst. It has a chemical in the water that makes you more thirsty. So you keep consuming it. So Esau Edom has weaponized everything down here upon the earth. And that's why we out here. To call out his wickedness.
Jeremiah 51:7 says, Babylon been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of the wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, the nations are mad, meaning they've gone insane. That's why over there in China, they're kicking out all the in China, over there in Korea, they're kicking out all the boy bands. You see, they're kicking out they have a fat camp over there in China. Because the ways over there are the women are all out of order. Women are finished, bro. This independent, let's see what you really about to do. Look, it's either you're gonna bow down or you're gonna walk up the street. It's that simple.
Reads on Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her to take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed.
How for her take balm for her pain? A balm is a ointment for healing. If so, she may be healed. But if your boy DJ Trump couldn't do it, if all his what's he doing to the nations he was putting on sanctions on them, the sanctions couldn't do it.
Right.
If the states couldn't do it,
Right.
then what can do it? Nothing. The only thing that's gonna lead up is an economic collapse.
For example, water. This right here is lip balm. Right? This is a healing. It says medication for lip protectant. Right? So I will apply this to heal my chapped lips. Well, if you take this away, my chips gonna be through. Right? It's gonna be all cracking and bleeding. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's the same way for America. America has no healing agent, man. They don't have no balm.
I know, right? Their infrastructure, great deep. Everything is breaking down. It's pretty much. It's pretty much failing. Everything is failing. And
Jeremiah 51:9 says, "Man, to the skies."
And yeah, the judgment is lifted up even into the skies. You know, it's iniquity, it's sin. You know, the Most High has gotten rid of war at the end of the day. You know, and He's about to rain fire and brimstone down upon America.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, when the grinders cease, because they are few, and in those that look out the windows be darkened.
Yeah, so all hope is about to be lost in America. You're trying to build, get the juicy juice. There's going to come a time where there's not going to be any work for anybody out here. You know? And all hope of this place continuing is going to be made evidently clear that it's finished. You see? That's the time that we're coming into. That's damn near the time that we are here. Will 2022 be the end? Lord's willing. You know? And we say that every year. And look how fast the hasting of the coming of Yahweh Shemel Shai this year has gone and went. It's literally mid-December. I remember talking about Halloween. You know? Shit. 4th of July, what the hell is that? You know? And you got Jake acting like a bunch of animals out here. A bunch of wild beasts that the Most High is about to come and put down.
It says, and the door shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of grinding is low.
And when the sound of grinding, so all these businesses are going to be shut up. You ain't going to be going to no grocery stores, you know, for your food, you know. All this shit's about to come to an end. The civilization, as you know, is about to be done for. You know, he's going to try to establish his NWO, but he's going to be in straits. He's not going to have power during these times. That's when he goes for that, you know, when your hands already full, you go for that last piece and you drop it more than you went for, that's how it's going to be.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Behold, saith Yahweh Shemel Shai, plagues are about to be sent. So look upon the earth and realize and know that plagues are coming. Judgments from Yahweh Shemel Shai are about to come to the world. Right?
This is the sword.
The sword represents killing instruments. And there's more guns here in America than there are people. Put that into perspective. There's more weapons here in America than people. You know, it's gonna be like, why do you think they have games like GTA? You know, why do you think they have all these post-apocalyptic movies going on? Why do you think they have all these movies about a dystopian future? It's to get you people's mindsets ready to destroy each other. You know, to show the Most High is, you know, through Esau Edom and his Hollywood movies is showing you what's coming to this place.
The sword, famine.
A famine is a shortage of lack of resources. And right now here in America, the supply chain ain't doing too hot. And they said they ain't gonna get better until everybody get that juicy juice. But here it is, you got half of the American population got it. That shows you the great divide here in America. When you see people walking down the street, maybe a couple or two friends, one of them got the muzzle on, one of them does not. That shows that America is divided. If you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Read again.
This is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine.
The sword, famine. So famine is coming. You know, here it is. You got a lot of newborn babies being born every day. they're gonna be meat for you people. You know, that you are going to literally commit cannibalism against your firstborn. You see, your loved ones, your little 3-4 year old baby. That's how bad it's going to get out here. That's the judgment that the Most High is bringing for living this wicked life. And that's why we ought to remain diligently in the fear of the Lord, knowing that these things are coming. Man.
Death and destruction.
So the plagues that the Most High is about to send is death and destruction. You know, He's about to send these death angels out to destroy you people. If you don't got the names of Yahweh Shema and Shai in that day, you're going to be finished. Right?
It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
For wickedness, with evils, the ways of flood-like behavior has resurfaced upon in these last days, wherein evil only is in their minds, you know, and the Most High is going to rid evil from the earth, so that the righteous, whom the world was made for, may dwell upon it in peace. Read it again.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 6. But wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So this earth has been polluted. The ways of this world is polluted the minds of you people. You see, and that's why the refresher is here. That's why the word is here to cleanse us, you know, and wash our brains, to brainwash us back onto the right way, to the way that we ought to really live. There's a righteous way to live down here upon the earth, where everything will be fruitful and multiply. You know, everything is over sexualized here. Everything is full of gluttony. You see, right?
And the hurtful works are fulfilled.
And the hurtful works of you Edomites are fulfilled. You see, in the time of your iniquity, you prospering in wickedness is about to come to an end. Like I told you in Psalm 74, that Psalm 73, you know, one of those chapters, talking about how he was envious of the wicked until he entered into the congregation of the Lord and understood their latter end. So the latter end of Esau Edom, the Most High has put him in a slippery slope to fall. You see that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. This is only a moment in time where the wicked will have its rule, will have its reign. Right? Yeah.
It's Job 20 and 4. It says, Job 24, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth?
Yeah, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth. And man seems like they're the only ones that got problems with following the orders of Yahweh Shema and Shai. Do the bees buck up when it's pollinating season? Do the birds buck up when it's time for them to go south? You know, no. Only you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are constantly rebelling against your Maker. And what do you think he's going to do to that? He's going to put you down. You're out of order. You're a wild beast. What do you got to do to a wild beast? You got to put him down. Man.
Yep. Job 20 and 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short.
The triumphing, the Esau, you've triumphed for a moment. That the triumphing of the wicked is short. There will be a short season when the wicked will be able to triumph, get the victory, and win. Man.
Job 20 and 5, it says, in the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
In the joy of the hypocrite, a hypocrite is an actor of phony and fake. Someone who has lied their way to be in that top position. You see, that joy that they have is but for a moment. You know? For yet a little while, and the wicked shall be no more. Oh, Psalm 37. No more? Go, get Psalm 37. Start at the top.
This is Psalm chapter 37, verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers.
Yeah, fret not thyself because of evildoers. And Jake, you know, and Esau, Edom, they living it up right now. And we're not worried about them getting the victory. Oh, yeah, I just got the bag. You know? We not worried about none of that. These niggas who are making tens of thousands of dollars in overnight cryptocurrency, you know, or real estate, we ain't worried about none of that because you are a bunch of evildoers who are about to be cut off from the earth. Your remembrance is going to be cut off from the earth. Nobody's going to be talking about a nigga that can dunk a basketball in the kingdom of heaven. You see? Man.
It says, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity.
Oh, envious against the workers of iniquity. Damn, they get all the women. You know, they eat all the best foods. You know, they live in these plush apartments. They got heralds of women chasing after them. We ain't worried about that. We ain't envious of that because there's a right way to get women. There's a right way to be prosperous down here upon the earth, and it starts by us acknowledging our offense against the Lord and that we sinned against Him, and now we must bear the indignation of Yahweh Shema Shai until we begin to judge righteously upon the earth, which He has already begun to do these things. That's why in the time of Moses, he went to Pharaoh and said, let my people go that they may serve me. And we live in those very same times where the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai have been risen up again with the knowledge to say, to tell Esau Edom to let us go that we may serve the Lord. Because we can't serve the Lord how the Lord desires us to serve Him here in this captivity. The damn clothes you put on in the morning is you sinning against the Lord. The air that you breathe, the food that you put in your mouth. Oh, this food is lawful. Little do you know. Little do you know. The curse said we shall eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles.
Sirach chapter 11 verse 14. Marvel not at the works of sinners.
Yeah, marvel not. Oh damn! Look at their works. You know, you're marveling at it. Like, wow, look at it. Marvel not at the works of sinners. You see? Go ahead.
Yep, Sirach 11 and 14. Marvel.
Look how far they got. You see? Look what they were able to achieve. You know?
Yep, it reads on.
It's
Yes, sir. Sirach 12, 11 and 21. It says, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide thy labor.
It says, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labors. Keep doing the work. Keep doing that which is good, because truly there is a reward for the righteous. You know, and part of that reward, we're going to be able to wash our feet in the blood of the wicked. So we're gonna be given power to get down upon our enemies, to see the desire upon them that hate us. And our desire is to have them underneath our feet. Our desire is to be the kings of the earth, where all you people are gonna have to submit and bow down to the names of Yahweh Shema Shai.
Sirach chapter 11 verse 21. It reads on. It says, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord.
Praise an easy thing in the sight of Yahweh Shema Shai. Ain't nothing to our power, man.
For a sudden to make a poor man rich.
For all of a sudden to make a poor man rich. And that's going to start when this deal goes down. When this economy collapses and those who have been gathering faith as a treasure, you see, are going to be able to withdraw from those storehouses during this time.
Right.
You know, that abundance of knowledge that you gathered up, you're going to be able to use that as a commodity, you know, as a resource in these times. You know, and that's going to lead to you doing things that please Yahweh Shema Shai. And what that's going to lead to the Lord doing what? Causing miracles to fall upon you, to come upon you. You see? The scriptures say, show me a token for good, that they which hate me may see it and be ashamed.
Psalms chapter 37, verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass.
You see, so the wicked, the evildoers, the workers of iniquity, they're going to be cut down like the grass, here today and gone tomorrow. Okay?
It says, and wither as the green herb. Trust in Yahweh Shemashai and do good.
In the agreement of where we have to trust, the Lord said he's going to do this. God of the blowhorn said, bring that energy. Read it again.
It says, Psalms chapter 37, verse 3. Trust in Yahweh Shemashai and do good.
Trust in Yahweh Shemashai and do good. I mean, why would you want to trust in America, bro? In order to go to the damn grocery store, you gotta put a fucking mask on. You know what I mean? This place is finished. You gotta put a mask on to go out. Who the hell would want to trust in Babylon Great? But I remember Sleazy Joe coming out and telling me that I was good to take off my muscle. You know what I mean? But he lied to you. You know? He says trust in the Lord and do good. The good is what we're doing out here. Spreading the gospel, spreading the good news that our Savior has been is about to come to the children of Israel.
It says, so shall be, and verily thou shalt be fed.
Yeah, verily we're going to be fed during the time of famine, during the time of trouble. Keep reading.
It says, delight thyself also in the Lord.
Yeah, we're delighting ourselves in Yahweh Shemashai, while these people are delighting themselves in the ways of this world. You know, the ways of this world are what our people delight in. And you making yourself a friend of this world, you're also making yourself an enemy of Yahweh Shemashai.
What the fuck is they protesting for?
And what? You have this demonic ass day coming up. It's supposed to be the longest year of the winter solstice. Why do you think times get so hard during the winter time? These are dark times where Esau Edom is putting out a lot of enchantments in the world. That's why the battle gets harder during the winter time. For the brothers, who've been around for a little while, they see that, right? And that's why these spirits are getting roused up.
Delight thyself also in the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, and he shall give thee the desires of thy heart.
And delight thy Lord also in Yahweh Shemashai, he shall give thee the desire of thine heart. Look, and our desire, as brothers that families, we want our families to be saved too. That's part of that desire of our hearts. We don't know who the Lord's going to have mercy upon. We don't know what the Lord's going to do in these last days, but we know Lord's going to continue to trust in Him. Because that's our desire, to trust in Him. You see?
Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass.
Yeah, commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in Him, He's going to bring it to pass. And you gotta believe that everything that the Most High has said is happening, it's literally happening. I mean, a couple years ago, when they talking about brain implants, Neuralink, Elon Musk talking about how he wants to basically put a chip in your brain so that this way, people who are crippled can stand up and walk, or not those miracles that are coming. On the left-hand side, but you know what? Miracles are going to come in on the right-hand side to combat this devil. Because truth has set, the Most High has set good against evil. So that which is righteous is going to be set up as a standard against that which is wicked.
It says, and He shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, and wait patiently for Him.
And that's what we do. We're resting in the Lord. We're resting in these scriptures. We're making this right here, what His words, our comfort, our rest. And we are patiently waiting upon the Lord. We're resting in these scriptures, in the promise to come. You want to bring something? Okay, go.
Rest in the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, wait patiently for him.
It says, wait patiently for him. Wait patiently for Yahweh Shema Shai. Do you know what the word patient means? The word patient means to suffer. You see? So we ought to suffer in this captivity until the Lord comes back. Was not righteous forefather suffering? They talk, during the time of Egypt, we suffered until the Lord came back. Wouldn't say they were righteous, but some of them were. We had Moses up in there, Caleb, Joshua, who were given another spirit. And that's us in these days. We've been given a different spirit than the spirit of you people in this world. The spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Wakar Kodash. That's been sent down from the heavens that makes us holy and separate unto the Lord. You got it.
Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass.
Because the man that bringeth wicked devices to pass and making this thing mandates, these mandates, that's a wicked device. That's a ploy onto this NWO that he's trying to bring to pass. And the next thing that he's gonna try to bring to pass is this Karagma, this Strong's G 5420, 5480. And that's what you should be watching for. That's what we should all be watching for when this what's his next move on this? What could it be? What we're watching, because we are the watchers of Yahweh Shema Shai. Right?
Cease from anger and forsake wrath.
It says cease from anger and forsake wrath. Go ahead.
It says cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil.
Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Damn, they said if I don't get it, I gotta get my job. I'll lose my job. Don't worry about having to conform to the ways of this world, to run and to do evil. The scriptures say that they that hope in the Lord shall not make haste. In the time of trouble, we're not gonna be. What do we do? We're going to be still and know that Yahweh Shema Shai is about to be exalted in this earth. And how is he going to be exalted? By the judgments that he's about to bring to pass. And that's why we're out here telling you about the judgments, so that when they come, and they will come, that it was Yahweh Shema Shai that brought these things upon the earth.
For evildoers shall be cut off.
Read it again.
This is Psalm chapter 37, verse 9. For evildoers shall be cut off.
For evildoers shall be cut off. Evildoers are about to be cut off from the earth. And that's what we out here to tell the people. That you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that want to join hand in hand with the wicked, you're going to be cut off from this earth. The Most High is going to destroy you. And it ain't going to be, the Most High, 1,000 people died in their sleep last night. No, it's going to be painful. The Most High is going to make you suffer. There's a judgment that you have to, own up to. That you have to every action there is a reaction. You see, the scales have to be tipped back in the balance. Go ahead.
For evil.
I may say it fast because think about something you said that these times the Lord is bringing judgment. I saw a video where a bunch of Ephraimites was in the hood in Puerto Rico. I was outside the store, and a drive-by came, like four of them, shot them all down. And they wasn't dead yet, so they played dead. And then the car came back around. The dude came out of the car and ran up on them and made sure all of them. Just empty the clip on all of them, man. That's a judgment of God. The Lord really hated those spigots, man.
And more things like that are going to come. We have over there in Los Angeles, the police chief said that the tourists need to stop coming because they can't protect them out there. So if California, they can't, the criminals are out of hand out there. So what is that telling you? That tells you that this sweet U.S. of A. is going down. California, that's supposed to be, red basket of the world, I think, what I mean? The safest place. Supposed to be a utopia where the rich people go. And they're over here being terrorized by the homeless. It seems that just going to the stores, you had a new business that was opening up, and they had a homeless party up in there. Well, party. They had a party up in there, and destroyed the business, vomited, threw up all over everywhere. You know, and now they can't open up, and no suspects are anywhere in sight. That's what's going on over there in California. And it's going to come to a city near you. Even worse. That's the least of your worries. Opening up a business.
It says, Psalm 37, verse 9, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, shall inherit the earth.
They that wait upon the Lord are going to inherit the earth. In order for you to inherit the earth, you got to be part of the meek, the humble, the righteous. You see, and only those who are allotted, only the meek are who? Those who are confessing their sins unto the Lord. Those who are making themselves fools for Yahushai's sake. You know? Okay?
For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be.
For yet a little while, for yet a little season. That's why it's going to say, pray for a few days that they may be shortened. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. The wicked are not about to be upon this earth no more. And this is a small season, my man. Do you not realize your time is up? Do you not realize that 2022 could be the return of our Lord? You know, when this place goes down, what's your mindset at? You know, are you caught up on getting some women? You know, what is it? Keep your eyes single. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Job 27 says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Yeah, he shall perish forever like his own dung. I mean, you know what dung is? You flush it down the toilet, you see it no more. That's how Esau Edom is going to perish. He's not going to be seen anymore. So it talks about how this man is not going to fill the world with cities. His face should not fill the world with cities anymore. You know? Like, where is this Sleepy Joe at? Sleepy Joe has not been in the media as of late. You know what I mean? Pissing and shit everywhere.
Did y'all see the dude at the blind dude with the walker? Did y'all see that?
No.
He was like, got him. Joe was like, oh, hey. You gotta watch it. It's funny as hell. Blind. But anyways, this is Job chapter 20, verse 7. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
That's right. So America in this system, this beast system, is about to be chased away as a vision in the night. You see, when a vision being a dream that you cannot remember. You know, this American nightmare is about to be over.
Verse 9. Okay, it says, verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream.
That was one of those niggas that was yelling for that fucking protest, right?
It says, Job 20 and 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found.
He shall fly away as a dream, it shall not be found. Go ahead. And in the kingdom of heaven, after those 1,000 years up, the so-called white man is going to be gone from the earth. God is going to destroy the so-called white race from off the earth. And that's what we out here tell you.
That's right. It says, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
He shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
Verse 9, the eye also which shall see him. Verse 9, Job 29, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more.
After those 1,000 years, the eye which saw him shall see him no more. But yo, man, Billy got burned up yesterday. You know, they burned all the Edomites up. You damn right. And you best believe when that happens, you heathens are gonna fear, man, because that can happen to you if it's the Most High's will. When the Edomites are burned up, and after that 1,000 years of captivity, it's gonna put you nations in so much fear. Damn, God, there's a whole nation of people. Kill them all, bro. There ain't no more.
Right.
Even the ones that look like, you know what I mean? If they even look like it like that, you know what I mean? I ain't have no none of my, you know what I mean? Edomites can be great, but Edomites can be only no weird ass line anywhere.
It says Job 20:9. It says, neither shall his place anymore be beholden.
Yeah, brothers gonna have concubine, Edomites. After those 1,000 years, they gotta go, man. My Lord. I'm gonna have to cut them off after, when it's getting to that time. No more Edomite women right now, you know what I mean? You gotta have you gotta get them ready, you know what I mean, for that time that we're getting into. You got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, starting at verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder? The hammer of the earth is talking about America. You see, and how is it going to be cut asunder and being broken down and destroyed? Go ahead.
It says, and broken. How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
How has Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? How? The hammer of the whole earth, the big bad bully. Well, it starts, with prophecy and the Most High, putting hooks back in the Gog and Magog of Russia. You see, you got over here, Russia. Ukraine ain't joining NATO. Russia like, nah. Ukraine ain't joining NATO. You got Biden trying to make threats, to Putin. Ain't nobody scared of you, Sleepy Joe. America is become weak under your rulership. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee.
I have laid a snare for thee, and that snare is this nuclear arms race that you're building. That's going on. And thinking you're gonna win. That's the trap. The Most High is having you great missiles to destroy yourself.
And thou art also taken.
That this trap that the Most High has snared for you gonna be taken in it. You ain't gonna escape, my man. You ain't gonna slither your way out like a serpent. Go ahead.
O Babylon, and thou was not aware.
Because the king's heart is in the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai, and as the river of the water, he turneth it wheresoever he will. You see, and the Most High is putting the wool over you these eyes to not see that you're about to go down.
Thou art found, and thou also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
That's right. You fighting against Yahweh Shema Shai, he's about to cause you to fall. Everybody on camera?
Yeah.
I didn't set my bag. The cords in there.
Use the same one.
Oh, he said you talking about the cord.
Take my charger out. How much percentage we got?
I'm at 41. I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good.
It says, and also a caught because thou hast striven against the Lord.
What were you on? What verse you on? 9?
I was at,
11.
yeah, 10. Yeah, a little while.
The wicked shall plot against the righteous. That was you can read verse 12. Read verse 11 though. Start 11 and read verse 12. And then get Psalms 27. Start at the top.
In Psalm chapter 37, verse 11, the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
Go ahead.
The wicked plotteth against the just.
The wicked plotteth against the just, and that's what Esau Edom. He's going to make war. This dragon is going to make war with the remnant of the Lord's seed. So the wicked is plotting against the just, and you had that dude that ran during that Thanksgiving parade. It's supposed to be a Christmas parade in fucking November. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? But that parade that was going on, you had that Jake running through. You also just had a new guy that was selling I can't remember his dude's name. He was selling fake passports. These V passports. it was coming out that what he was a alleged child molester. You see, and the face that they put was a J. You know, it says Amir Shabazz arrested for selling Amir Shabazz, yeah, no, right, arrested for selling 600 fake V cards on Facebook. And look, you also have what? He's a child, convict accused of selling fake. So here it is. He looked like he could be a brother. You know what I mean? So Esau Edom is constantly in the media demonized, making the face of crime. You got this whole Epstein case going on. You know what I mean? You got the whole. Hey, what happened to Epstein? You know? Does anybody know? His case, his trial is going on, but ain't nobody in the media talking about it.
They don't know if she's going to throw away.
Judgment of your Heavenly Father.
That's right.
Because Yahweh Shemel Shai is pissed off right now. Everybody thinks everything's a game. It's not going to be a game when ain't no food in the grocery stores. Isn't that Psalm 27 about the show? Maybe really not.
Psalm 27. It says, the Lord is my light and my salvation.
The Lord, oh, you didn't get your
I dropped it.
Okay. It says the Lord is my light and my salvation. The light of the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, that light that shines in this darkness, that shows us the way of salvation. You see? Read it again.
Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?
Whom shall I fear? In this valley of shadow of death, whom shall we fear? Who are we supposed to be afraid of, my man? This flesh might tremble. This flesh might be afraid. But the spirit, Yahweh Shema Shai, that is within us, you know, isn't going to fear anyone. You see? What can a man do? Go ahead.
Psalm 27, 1, it reads on. The Lord is my strength of my life, of whom I shall be afraid.
The Lord is the strength of our lives, of whom shall we be afraid? The Lord is our strength. You see, the Lord is the one that strengthens us. You know, and in these times of trouble, the Most High is going to strengthen the minds of the elect to overcome and to endure these afflictions. You know, this hour of temptation that's coming upon the whole world, only the minds of the elect are going to make it through. Only the souls of the elect are going to make it through. Okay?
Yep, Psalm 27 and 2, it says, when the wicked, even my enemies and my foes.
When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, Esau, Edom, you know, these other nations outside the nations of Israel, we got Moab, Ammon, the so-called Africans, Elam, you see, Ishmael. You got all these heathen nations that are rising up against us. Go ahead.
Yep. This is Psalms 27 and 2.
And like Elder Yashua said, when this deal goes down, it's not going to be fair. You know, it's not going to be you know, they actually got charges. They actually got a good case against us. No, it's going to be slander. It's going to be lies. You know, it's going to be deep fakes. You see, so-called voiceovers. You see, it's going to be a wickedness. It's going to be a wicked device. You know? Go ahead.
That's right. Psalms 27 and 2, it says, when the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh.
They came upon me to eat up my flesh. You know? To take off that skin and take off the identity of who you are. You see that, you know, with these black celebrities pushing this jab. You see, that's a way for your flesh to be eaten up off of you, to cause you to sin against the Lord. And this word is what's causing that flesh, you know, and that breath to come upon you, becoming alive again. But when you sin against the Lord, you stay in that dead state. Man.
Yeah, it reads on Psalms 27 and stumbled and fell.
They stumble and fell. So look, Esau, Edom, this pit that he's trying to dig for us, he's about to stumble and fall into it. You see, he's not going to succeed.
You know, it's like that Looney Tunes, man. You ever watch Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner? Every time he laid a trap, who was the trap in the for? It was for Wile E. Coyote. You know, he represents Esau, and we represent the Roadrunner.
We got Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
You know, every time Tom laid the cat laid the snare for Jerry, and then we got his ass whooped.
Yep.
You know, that's how it is for Esau Edom.
Yep. It says Psalms 27:3, though a host should encamp against me.
You know what a host is? A host is an army. And what the troops are about to come in. You know, when this deal goes down, different troops are gonna come to brothers' houses. You know, surround the houses. Maybe the leadership. You know, because it's all about getting the leadership. You know, that's who Esau's gonna come for. You know, at the end of the day, the leadership they think in their minds cut the head of the serpent, the whole body should fall. You know, so they're that's why these men have been laboring and being built up all this time. You know, younger brothers, we're gonna have our trial as well. We all gonna have a trial. Everybody upon the earth is about to be tested. You know, or whether you studying for the test, are you preparing for the test? You know, are you getting your mind ready for this great trial, this great tribulation?
Okay, good. Psalms 27:3, it says, though the host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear.
My heart shall not fear. I mean, his mind is not going to melt in fear and tremble. His mind is going to be emboldened. The righteous are bold as lions. You see, who is as the wise man? You know, and who knows the interpretation of the things? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. You see, when these times of trouble come, it's going to be made evidently clear that the Most High is with us. The Most High is going to start to show that power more in the earth. And we know it now. You know, we've been fully persuaded in our minds to know that the Most High is with us. You know, that's why when Yahweh Shai said, when he cometh upon the earth, shall he find faith there? When he cometh, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith upon the earth? Because things are going to get bad. But that faith is still in the minds of the elect. You know, to where no matter what comes upon them, they're going to believe.
Yeah, even now, you had somebody talk about the scripture, they don't want to hear this, man. There are people in the mindset, what can that do for me? What you saying do for me? You don't have no faith. What the brother was saying is going to increase in these last days, in these upcoming perilous times. Psalms 27.
Yeah.
Finish out 3. Psalms 27:3, it says, my heart shall not fear, though war should rise against me, and this will I be confident.
Yeah, that's the point. No war rise against me, and this will I be confident. And war is being risen up against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. A time of war, a time of evil. That's what this whole plan is about. To get Revelation 12:12. You know, this man's about to come down. You got it, man.
Yeah. It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and the angels of Yahweh Shema Shai, and we part of that holy host, Lord's willing, and we are rejoicing. You know, we are rejoicing that the will of Yahweh Shema Shai is being done upon the earth. The kingdom of heaven is being ushered in right before your very eyes. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because
Why? Because he knows that his kingdom is at his end. He sees that, starting verse 10, he sees that his kingdom is about to be over and finished. So he's about to fight tooth and nail for it. Okay.
Book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation.
Now has come salvation. Now is the time. Now is the time to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Salvation is coming. Now has come salvation. Go ahead.
It's on. From the top, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power.
In the kingdom of our power. You see, the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's what's coming. The kingdom of heaven is about to be established here upon the earth. In order for that kingdom to be established, America got to be destroyed. Okay?
And the power of his anointed, for the accuser of his brethren is cast down.
The accuser of our brethren is cast down. And what do you think Esau Edom is doing in the media? He's look at that word accuser. It means to categorize. Categoria. To categorize. He's putting every. But you know what? The Most High is really categorizing. He's about to categorize the wicked. He's about to categorize the righteous. You see? But Esau Edom is categorizing all the people. That's what they're doing with these so-called hate groups. And guess what? IUIC in there. ISUPK in there. And you know what? We're in there as well. We know what's the difference between us and you guys. We got the names of Yahweh Shemel Shai that we are proclaiming and professing to the world. And you know how bold of a statement is to say Yahweh Shemel Shai is on our side? And for his holy name's sake, he's going to deliver us.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before the Most High day and night.
That accused us before the Most High day and night. You see? So this man is trying to put everybody into a category. But look what they're doing. And he's coming with a ploy. You just had over there, I forgot where it was, that Christmas tree. I believe it was in Washington. In New York? Okay. In New York, I knew it was one of the major cities. That Christmas tree got burned down. Suspect still at large last time I saw him. They called him? What was it? Moabite? This nigga climbed on top of the tree and then lit on fire.
Papers in it.
Damn, yo. Moabite. What they could use? They could have put king. So, it's all a ploy. It's all trying to categorize us.
It's on verse 11. Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
And guess what? We're going to overcome, this attack that this man's about to bring by the blood of the Lamb. Do you not realize that, my guy? That Yahweh Shai, over 2,000 years ago, you had your chance, but you didn't seize the opportunity. When Yahweh Shai came on the scene, as a man and lived a perfect life, and when he went on that cross to be a sacrifice for our sins, a sweet savory smell, a lamb without spot and blemish onto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, he conquered death when he rose the third day. You see? He rose after the third day. And as he was the first of death, we are looking to be the same at his coming. We are looking to be those ones to conquer death at his coming. You see, when we're seeing those new bodies, and when those of the chosen that you put to death are risen again. You see? So look, Yahweh Shai conquered death, and that's how we're going to overcome you. Through the blood of the Lamb, through his sacrifice. And that's why we don't take that sacrifice lightly. You know? And,
It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death.
and they love not their lives unto the death. You see? Man, what? We don't love our lives here. And that's why we are doing everything to invest in the kingdom to come. You see, the men you see up here holding signs, holding posts, holding cameras, speaking, reading, you see, making their bodies a living sacrifice for Yahweh Shema Shai, does not love this present and evil world. You see, this world can be destroyed by nuclear fire in your lifetime, and you will see it.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink.
Yeah, exactly. Woe unto him. We called this earlier. That's the spirit. It says, woe unto him that give his neighbor drink. In this drink, keep reading.
Habakkuk 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth not idol to him.
And that's what Esau even was doing. You know, here, take this. You know, take this alphabet community. Take this these GMO foods. You know, take this way of life and run with it. You see? Go ahead.
And maketh him drunken also.
You shove it down Jake's throat all day in the media. This is what you guys should be concerned about. You know, this is what you should be focusing all your time and energy on. You see? Good.
And maketh him drunk also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
And that's what he does. You know? He feeds Jake with all. That's why this is not some critical race theory. You know, this is systematic racism. You know, systematic Edomite supremacy. You know, being shown in earth. I mean, go ahead. No, it's your kingdom. Do what you want, my man. But know that that the Most High is fed up with the wickedness. That the Most High is fed up with the nonsense. You know? You got yourself?
I got two.
Yeah, go back to the second one.
This is Ezekiel 25 and 12. This is Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus said the Lord power, because the Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
Yeah, because Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance. This man has avenged himself upon the children of Israel. You know, they've broken the Burley covenant, all the things. You know, if we've done evil unto you, you should let the Most High deal with us. You see, but you took vengeance upon yourself as if you were the Most High. Okay?
Ezekiel 25 and 13. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord power.
Therefore, because you touched the apple of my eye, my anointed, you see, and done all this evil unto them, thinking you were justified. You weren't justified with touching the children of Israel in the way you did. You see, in the same breath of the Most High bringing judgment upon us, is the same breath being you being the sword, is the same breath of Him bringing that judgment back upon you. Because at the end of the day, He would have mercy upon the righteous. He would have mercy upon that chosen nation.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 25 verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and will make it desolate from Teman.
The God of the Bible is about to cut off man and beast from the Edomites. Meaning you're going to be done away with. He said he's going to lay it desolate. A Babylon the Great, America is going to be laid desolate in World War III.
Right.
Have you turned on the news lately? Are you watching to see what's going on in the world?
That's right. It reads on, it says, and they of the dead shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
The Lord's about to lay His vengeance, His righteous anger, His indignation, His vengeance, His judgments, His fury upon the Edomites, the so-called white man today.
By the hand of my people Israel.
He's going to use his people to do it. So you will be paid back for all the rape, robbery, and murder that you have done. It's going to start in the time of Jacob's trouble. You know what I mean? It's going to be fully implemented in the times when we're ruling. You see? This is the reality for you Americans, for you Edomites. And we don't feel sorry for you. Go ahead.
It reads on the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, verse 14.
See, you got the sons of God down here upon the earth, declaring the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai in your captivity. Do you not realize what we about to be? Who we are? Who you are messing with? You got it in Blade, right? The second one. When all the vampires are coming out trying to kill him, he's like, you do not know who you are working with.
It reads on.
With the strong F.
Right. Ezekiel 25:14. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord.
It said they're going to know the vengeance of Yahweh Shemel Shai when the Most High put the spirit of his anger upon the righteous, upon us, when we get those new bodies,
right,
and we have the anger of Yahweh Shemel Shai to execute judgment. You're going to know the Lord then when he visits you with his fury and his anger, because that's what's coming. You women better get in order.
And look, your spirit like, oh, that's enough. And look at how you remember something. You know, just keep whipping them, keep going, you know.
I know, right? All the wickedness that you Edomites have done, you gotta be paid back. The scales have to be put back in the balance. Okay.
Ezekiel 35. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
And that's why we out here to prophesy against Mount Seir. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. So it's talking about the chief city of the Edomites, which is America, Mount Seir, America. We're setting our face against this place. Yahweh Shemel Shai is against America. He's against the ways of this world, the way way America is running it, it's being ran.
It says, verse 3, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power.
Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Go ahead.
Behold, O Mount Seir,
Look, you Edomites,
I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee.
the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is against thee. He's going to stretch out his hand. His right hand is not going to spare the sinners. You see, Yahweh Shemel Shai is about to send Yahweh Shai in the host of angels, you see, to judge you people. And the Lord of hosts is among us. You see, the Most High is with us. You see, we on the right side. We on the side of the King that's about to declare his throne upon the earth. Yahweh Shai.
It reads on Ezekiel 35:3. It says, And I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Verse 4, I will lay the cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Thou shalt know that Yahweh Shemel Shai, that he's the power, that he has the authority down here upon the earth. And you people are about to know this, as we have known. You know? Get Lamentations 1 and 21.
Okay. This is Ezekiel 35:5. It says, Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred upon the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
It says, It has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
They have shed their blood in the streets. Hands up, don't shoot. The slaughtering of the Native Americans, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the so-called Cubans, because you slaughtered them here in this land. Here you walked up and down the street like ain't nothing happened. As if you didn't get this land by rape, robbery, and murder.
Right. yo, man, supposed to be out, man. Yo.
I mean, and you see the face of these Edomites?
Right.
When your boss come on the job like he owned you or something?
Right. Ezekiel 35 and 5, it says, because thou hast had perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of children of Israel by the force of the sword.
See, you came over by the force of the sword.
Yep.
Here it is, the Native Americans open arms to you. Y'all can come stay here. Y'all can dwell here. But what did you bring? Smallpox, diseases.
Yep.
There wasn't a rat over here until you Americans came. You know what I mean? Now you got cities infested with rats.
Right.
Diseases everywhere. This man is a plague. That's the Most High. The physician cut up off a long disease, and he that today is a king, tomorrow shall die.
Right. It says, Ezekiel 35 and 5, it says, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
In the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end. I mean, damn, Esau, Edom, 500 years ain't enough for you. But you still want to shed our blood. You still want to have us in captivity. But the Most High is rising up. Some old Psalms 94, man.
Yep. Ezekiel 35 and 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, power.
Therefore, as Yahweh Shemel Shai lives, and the God of the Bible, he lives forever.
I will prepare thee unto blood.
The Most High is preparing this man unto blood. And they're going to start with what? This sacrifice that's about to happen in Basra. You know, this altar. You know, where you people are going to be slain and burnt up. You know? And all the way to what? The kingdom of heaven. Every Tom, Dick, Harry, Curry, Larry, Curry, and Mo, Edomite is going to be burnt up here in America. Get it through your head. You better leave. You know, you can at least help clean up the bodies out there in the Middle East. You know what I mean? You know what? A missile from the Americans might follow you. Because America's going to shoot off missiles too. So where you want to escape? There ain't no escape.
Ezekiel 35 and 6, it said, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
And blood is going to pursue you. You know what it means to pursue? It means to chase. Hot pursuit, my man. Death and destruction is about to pursue you, Edomites.
It reads on.
Jake in his feelings, though.
Yeah, he's reminiscing as a kid, right?
All right.
Mama, wish you were here. You know? Wish you. And then, wicked ham, you know, but the ham ain't wicked, but the meat is wicked. Wait a minute.
Ham's a pig's ass.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you eat that?
Yeah. It's in its season, it's jolly. But Ezekiel 35 and
Look at these Edomites. Finish. Damn, man.
and 7. It said, if this is like verse 6. It said, since thou hast not hated blood,
Seeing thou didst not hate blood, you didn't hate. I mean, damn. You had Christopher Cologne, you know, the Indian killer. He said he couldn't put his hand down. He couldn't. You had
that was
Theodore Teddy Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah, Theodore Teddy, whatever. The 26th president. This nigga said he couldn't stop killing you so-called Negroes like you and the Native Americans. This nigga was straight up killing you niggas. He was the one that took the picture of him on the horse, you know, and you niggas walking down as slaves upon the earth.
Yep.
We got you now, boy.
Yep.
You know, we gonna be calling you boy in the kingdom. Esau. That's what I'm. And you Edomites are not gonna have a name in the kingdom. You're gonna be Esau. Just Esau, my man.
Right. They hate that. You know, that new word for boy is buddy. Hi, buddy. Not your buddy. You know?
I do means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It says Ezekiel 35 and 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate,
Go ahead.
and cut off from torment him that passeth out and him that returneth.
Go ahead.
It says, and I will fill his mountains with the slain men in thy hills, and in the valleys and in the rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
So this is the judgment that's coming to you Edomites. Go ahead.
Verse 9, I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
But let's see why though. Why is the Lord going to do all these things?
Yep. Verse 10, it says, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine.
Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine. Both the northern and southern kingdom. You see, and you're over there trying to take our land as well, the land of Jerusalem. You know, because you said, oh, this is mine. You know, these people are mine. You see? Go ahead.
It says, and we will possess it whereas the Lord was there.
And we shall possess it as if the Lord was there. As if you are our Lord to rule over us. I mean, that's not how the story is written. It's written that the elder shall serve the younger. You see? That's how it's written. And my God, you should, I don't know what you did to get out, come out first, but you should have chilled out a little bit. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah, slither out. Jacob's head held first the hill of Esau.
Right.
You see?
Verse 11, Ezekiel 35:11. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will even do according to thy anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them where I have judged thee.
That's right. The Lord is going to make himself known, you know, upon you Edomites being judged with you. Is that a limitation as well, see over?
I have a quick real quick line.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 22.
Start 21.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. The Lord prepared slaughter for the children of the Edomites, for the iniquity of their fathers. Why? Because they are their forefathers coming back in the reincarnation. You see? Go ahead.
It says, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise.
That they do not rise. The Edomites are not going to rise anymore. This is your last chance to rule upon the earth.
Right.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land. There ain't going to be no more Mount Rushmores. You see? There ain't going to be no more any Edomites anywhere, my man. You niggas are going to be gone. Because you had your purpose. Your purpose was for the Most High to raise you up, for you to be proud, to promote wickedness in the earth, to chastise the children of Israel. You had a purpose. You know? Own it. Own your purpose, my man. But know that that purpose is going to come to an end. You see? And that you're going to be destroyed.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Uh-huh.
For I will raise up against them, said the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and the son and nephew, said the Lord.
That's your whole line. Yep. Keep reading.
It says, I will also make it a possession for the bitter and the pools of water.
Uh-huh.
And I will sweep with it with the blossom of destruction.
Yeah, the beast of the destruction is talking about those nuclear missiles. That's about to sweep this place. You know, you got a broom. Imagine the Most High with a broom in his hand. You know? Imagine that. That's that nuclear destruction, that nuclear wind, that's fire, the lake of fire that's about to destroy this place. We're in the whole, it's going to be so bad that the Most High is going to have to take us out onto the sea of glass, you know, into the outer atmosphere. You know, that's how bad it's going to be down here upon the earth. Tsunamis everywhere. You think you're going to be good in India and Australia? Hell no. Australia, big ass tsunami might just swallow Australia up. You know? Different volcano eruptions are going to be going off. Judgment is going to happen. The earth is not where you want to be, my man. You want to be in those ships.
says the Lord of hosts.
You seen the World Trade Center movie? Those niggas was trapped under the building. They were still alive. You know what I mean? That's a terrible way to die. Now you really starving. You squish, you can't move. You starving to death. You don't have the power to kill yourself. You don't have the power to move. Yeah, exactly, bro. Defecating on yourself. That's the judgment that's about to come to the planet Earth. Any more?
Just a little bit more. It said the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely, as I have thought.
Surely as the God of the Bible has thought, and his thoughts, his secrets, he has revealed unto his servants, the prophets. And that's why we out here. You got it?
Surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purpose, so shall it stand.
So that's why we out here. To tell you the purpose of Yahweh Shema Shai that's about to stand in the earth. You see?
I had to bring something back in notes.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. This is that which have been is now.
That which has been is now. It's talking about your spirit. You know, your spirits are reincarnated back in the flesh. Meaning back incarnate the flesh. Back in the flesh. You see?
It says, and that which is to be have already been.
And that which is to be has already been. Go ahead.
And Yahweh requireth that which is past.
And the Most High, the God of the Bible, required that which is past. You see, so the Most High requires blood. The Most High requires a judgment. You see? I'm going to sit down and let the next brother come up and speak.
Stay on these devils and these heathens, man, because what? Recompense is coming. That payback is coming for you dealing treacherously with the nation of Israel. I got it right here. So. Got it. I was going to start at verse 10. Yeah, man. Devils, man, you have a short time, man. And these top leaders know you every day, Joe Smoke, Edomites, you so-called white people who may not be in the know, their rulership is over. Like the brother was saying earlier, there will never be another time on the face of the earth where you guys are in rulership, man.
Yeah, yep. This is the book we start here. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. It says, seeing is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
It is a righteous thing, right, to recompense those that trouble you, man. Who has been troubling the nation of Israel? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, these heathens, but chiefly the so-called white man, Esau Edom, man. Our chief enemy, man.
That's right.
He's been added there. So it's a righteous thing for recompense, for payback, for retribution, man, to be done to these other nations for how they have dealt with the nation of Israel, man. You know, and of course, we know that's not anything of us to do of our own power and might. We're waiting on the Lord to do it. But everything that we bring about, these other heathens, these nations going into slavery, and what's going to be happening to them in the kingdom, all that, we say all that stuff with a clear conscience. Because it's just read in the scriptures that it's a righteous thing for it to happen, man.
That was it. I can read the next verse if you want it. Yeah, verse 7, it says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shah shall reveal from heaven with his mighty angels.
That's right. And that rest, before the Lord actually comes back with his host of angels, we have rest in these scriptures, man, to let us know what's going to happen, man. That our big brother, Lord Yahweh Shah, has our back, right?
That's
that our hope, our expectation will not come in void, man. Lord willing, we be a part of that number of election to be delivered for salvation and deliverance on the first go around. But even so, that the nation of Israel is going to be on top, even in the kingdom of heaven, for the remainder of eternity, man, with no end, a world with no end, man. And the Lord is coming back with fire to lay this land to waste, man, to lay this devil, his power structure, and society to waste, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 12. To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest.
That's right. This is the rest. We're the weary, right? We're the ones going through, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Ain't nobody more restless than you on the face of the earth, man. You go through the most.
This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 12. To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest.
This is the rest, man. You see, look, this is the rest, man. The scriptures, the words of the 1611 King James Bible, man. Look over here. Yeah.
It says,
What you got here?
and this is the refreshing, yet they will not hear.
This is the refreshing, man. This word is what's putting that flesh back on them bones, man. On them dry bones. And this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is what's bringing us back to life, man. That's right. That breath of life that was blew into Adam, man. This is what this is. This is what that was, man. Right. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And now it's being put back into us from being in that dead state, right? That he that wandered from the way of understanding is amongst the congregation of the dead. Right. Living like these heathens, doing that, do as thy will, spirit. You said that. That was it? Yeah, that was it, all right. No, said the last. Who said? Nah, keep on. Yeah, please.
This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, this devil, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, made a covenant with himself, man. That he was going to do what? That he was going to slay his brother Jacob. Once the days of his father's mourning had passed, man. In Genesis, the 27th chapter, the way he was gonna put Jacob to death. And he's been doing that ever since, man. In different times, but what? More so in the times that we're in today. In this last go around, and it hasn't even gotten to the worst part yet.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
And that shame is starting to cover them now, man. That shame, boy, they're trying to hide the things they've done. They're trying to take the, the history out of the history books and things like that in the schools to teach the kids because they don't want to be constantly reminded of how they dealt with the nation of Israel. These top level Edomites know who we are, man. And they don't want that. They want everybody to be joined hand in hand. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are falling for it, man. But even though what should say, though join hand in hand, we're paraphrasing. Now what? The Lord is not going to at all quit the wicked, man. So this devil, so-called white man, is going to go down, and anybody who is locking arms with him is going to go down with him, man.
Verse 11, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives, his forces and foreigners enter into the gate and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them.
That's right, man. They dealt treacherously with the nation of Israel, man, and we still found their hands to this day, man. You know what I'm saying? How these devils, they gathered us up, these other nations, they all gathered us up in cahoots, man. So that's why these other nations are going to get back as well. You so-called East Indians, you so-called Arabs, and all the other nations who had a hand in dealing with the so-called Africans, the Hamites. All you other nations are you're not gonna get it as bad as Esau Edom, but you're gonna get a taste of that cup, man, because of how you dealt with the nation of Israel, man.
Verse 12, but thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of the destruction.
We got some limitations. All right, we'll get that next one. This is Psalms 149. It says, I started verse 5. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. And that's going to be in the kingdom, man. So let them be joyful, man. We're on our beds, man. Right now, you Jakes ain't rejoicing on your beds, man. Y'all dragging your feet to get up to go to work in the morning, man. Yep. Taking all types of drugs. Yep. Just to get through the day. Yep. You know? I know brothers got the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday capsule things.
Yeah.
That you pop up and got hit it Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, man.
Yeah.
Just to make it throughout the week, man.
Yeah.
Just to stay alive. This devil got you hooked up on all these pills and drugs and stuff, man.
Yep.
Just to see the next day. Well, he got you thinking that that's what you need to see the next day. Right, man. Shit, man. It's gonna be seen.
I can't be seen around with that.
Man, so this is letting you know that in the kingdom we're gonna have real rest, man. We're gonna be rejoicing on it. We're gonna be singing prayer, man. To Yahweh Shem, singing blessings to Yahweh Shem Shah for the position that we're gonna be in, man.
And you know, it's like it's no respect. Like what we just vandalize this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're not going to, but like yo, it's like, oh, they ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Lord gonna kill these niggas, man.
Yeah.
The Lord's gonna kill these niggas, these blockhead niggas, man.
Mm-hmm.
Rev the shit up
And
as you parking. What
yeah.
you rev the engine for?
Yeah. Don't you see us standing right here?
And you got a car with that, bro.
God call that crow, that raven. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little too early to come out with that.
Look, man, man, don't come out with that period. I come to your nest. You know what I'm saying? I bring you food. You know?
Tight slacks on.
Right. That is simple, man. Anyways, Psalms 149:6 says, "Let the high praise of Yahweh be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand."
High praise. We're gonna be praising Yahweh Shem Shah and beating you devils down at the same time, man. That's subjection, man. Because that's literal, man. A two-edged sword in our hands, man. As we're praising Yahweh Shem Shah, the scripture says that the Lord is gonna rule with a rod of iron, man. That's how you know it ain't gonna be all peaches and cream for everybody in the kingdom. If the Lord gonna be, if the Israelites gonna be perfect, and the Lord gonna be ruling with a rod of iron, who's gonna be ruling over hard like that? You other nations, man. They're gonna be under subjection. It ain't. Yeah, you other nations gonna be in the kingdom, but it ain't what you thinking, man.
Yeah, that's the thing that people don't understand. That's because something that was taught to them, that one day we all gonna get along and all be on one equal playing level, and people are fighting for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's Esau's MWO.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's his image.
And as much as China hates America, they're with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're kicking out all the all types of religions and idol worship out of their country, man.
They want to be the heads of it.
No, you got it, bro.
No, I'm just saying they with it, but they just want to make sure that they're the head of the snake when it comes.
But that's because Britain really owns China.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The elites got a grasp of this world right now.
Yeah. They're the only one that they really don't have locked up is Elon.
Oh yeah.
To the banking system.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm
You know?
Yeah.
That's why they still over there.
That's why it's still up. Yeah, exactly. But
Russia's saying everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it says back in Psalms 149:7, it says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Execute vengeance upon the heathen, man. Vengeance is when you paying back somebody, but it's for something that they did to you, man. It's get back, man. There's a difference between revenge and vengeance. Vengeance is when they did you wrong, man. So you got to pay him back, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna execute that vengeance. Like, are you still holding Obadiah? Are you trying? Yeah, verse 15. That's why the scriptures say that they're gonna drink upon that cup what they did to the Lord in His holy mountain, man. The day of the Lord, you got it.
Yeah, I got a definition.
Okay. But that's what I said. That's why it reads that the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen, man. Because what? In the kingdom, we're gonna execute that vengeance. We're gonna execute Isaiah 14:2. We're gonna execute Revelation. He that have an ear, let him hear.
Revelation 13:9.
Yeah, 13:9. Man, that's gonna actually happen, man. That's why we're speaking it now.
Yeah, you said the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen. That includes 2/3 of our people. Because they're in that state of mind of a heathen, man. They're not repenting, turning back, call themselves Israelites, or from wherever tribe they're from. You know, they thinking the Lord's coming back to save Cubanos. They think the Lord's coming back to save black people. All right, that's not the case.
Real quick,
This is vengeance. It's a noun. The definition: punishment inflicted or retribution exacted for an injury or wrong.
Wrong, man. And who has been more wrong on the face of the earth outside of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man?
Right.
Every single nation outside of the three I just categorized, the nation of Israel has had a part in our downfall, man. Every East Indians, so-called Arabs, so-called Africans, right? They all, especially Esau, Edom, they all have had a hand in our downfall, man. Especially in this last go around. And they're still doing it to this day. They got their shops in our neighborhoods, got their 7-Elevens, got their bodegas, right? They got everything set up. They got their beauty supply stores, right? You got a beauty supply store full of Moab, but then ain't none of them got weaving in here.
Yep.
Like I said, you won't go to China and find an Afro shop in China somewhere.
Exactly. Yep.
Having Moabites putting on afros or cornrow. You're not gonna see that.
They know that if they stick, they know that we are the most consuming people on the face of the earth, and that we're the lowly. As soon as we get money, it goes right out of our pocket. So they put their enterprises right where we're at, man. Chinese store. I know you got something, but there's a post a long time ago that a brother sent me. There's a Chinese store beside every food line. Because what? Every food line is in the hood, man. But they got Edom's got Kroger's and Harris Teeter's and Publix and stuff like that.
Whole Foods.
Every hood has a food line, and beside every food line, there's a Chinese store.
That's
on the other
facts.
side of that food line, there's a nail salon. and Ling Ling is in there doing
Italian pizza spot. Yeah, or Domino's, like you said. Some type of pizza.
Yeah.
That's true as hell, though.
Figured out, not Jake, but Esau's figured out what makes Jake take what he likes.
Yeah, that's why you go every city. Every city's the fucking same.
Yep. You know, some cheap liquor. You know, chicken wings, duck wings, really. You know.
Was that who was that with Ice Cube and Mike Epps with the church? They were still in the first Sunday. Was that the one where he was when they was outside and you got the church right here, and you got the ABC store right here? Because that's how they got our people, man. You got on Sunday they in church, but on Monday they in the ABC store, man. The two busiest days of the week. Because after they finish getting lied to on Sunday, they ready to drink something on Monday because they got to go right back to slavery, man. It's systematic, man. You don't see no where the Edomite state is all their shopping arrangements, and then 4 or 5 miles down the road is where they're living. Like they don't like bring all this stuff to where they live. So, man.
I got a quick precept. This is First Maccabees chapter 2. I'm just go to verse 10. It says, "What nation have not had a part in her kingdom, and gotten the first spoils?" It's talking about what nation, hasn't had a part in taking us down, reaping the benefits of us being at this lowest state. What nation haven't? Brother was just naming all the Chinese, Japanese chains on how they chilling, all in the hood. You know what I mean? Elam. They say that a dollar, used to circulate in the black community for number of days, months. Now it says it's less than 6 hours.
Yeah, good.
Before it's going to the hands of the heathen.
Right.
And,
made me think about something. Both of y'all brothers made me think about something about them taking from us scriptures. I remember I was in this Chinese restaurant, and the lady that was ordering in front of me, she said, "Oh my God," she says, "You are so grown now." Talked to the guy taking the order. She said, "I remember you was just in the chair as a little kid, playing around." And she's like, "Well, what?" Like, catching up with him. She said, "Yeah, I went to college, graduated, studied the third." And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, yo, they have made the buck off Jake and then sent their kids to college. And she's all happy for him and stuff like that. I was just looking at, she was a butch. You know what I'm saying? I was just looking at her like you idiot. Like, they're prospering off our dollar. Their dollar don't go back into our community. Their dollars is on their family, sending their kids to college, buying nice cars and things of that nature. But that dollar don't come back to us.
I think they used to eating at that same Chinese
Right.
place.
Right. That's why we're saying. Just want to say, their kids get the benefits and then go off. But what? They know you your whole life because you ain't never left the hood. They taking all your money, sucking everything out of you. Of course, it's their choice to be doing the business, but it's they because the Chinese store, around the way of the street around the way, they people be going in there and they be, man, I be going in here all the time, man. I know these people, they'll let me get away with this, and Moab don't be letting me get away with nothing, man. 25 years of being in that same spot, and they still treat you like dirt, man. They don't care about you, man. Jake, take.
I got a precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 15. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquities, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee.
Yeah, because our iniquities have increased, man. That's what the Lord put these
Heathen.
I was gonna say fish faces, but he put them over us, man. But Esau at the top. That's right. Because we just kept going, kept going. Being evil to our brother wasn't enough. We had to go worship, do idol worship. We had to delight in abominable foods, the custom of these evils.
It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
All of our adversary is an enemy, man. All of our enemies, everybody that's ever conspired against us, everybody that's ever dealt with the nation of Israel treacherously is going to drink of that same cup, man. They're going to be our captives. What's that? Isaiah 14:2. It said whose captives they were. Right, we're going to put the same people who have dealt with us treacherously, we're going to do the same thing unto them, but it's going to be worse, man. And it's going to be in righteousness. Because it's going to be worse, because it's going to be, the payback is always worse. When somebody gets you or something, and then you see them like either catch something because of it or just something that come back around them, it's always sweeter. He that laughs has to
laughs the
hardest, man.
Yeah, because that person that dealt treacherously, they're on the high horse now, and they don't think anything is going to come to them. Yeah. But when it comes, they're going to lose everything in a moment. Right. I got a definition of captivity. It goes to imprisonment, or the condition of being imprisoned or confined. Wow, captivity, short for Babylonian. Wow. Anyways.
It's captivity is what?
You look it up, it says, it's a noun. It says the captivity, it says short for Babylonian captivity. Yeah. So, it's kind of crazy. I gotta look that up more.
That's how you know this thing. You can't make this thing up. Yeah, just the feathers of iron. Feathers. Yep, Yep, Psalms 149. Back to Psalms 149.
There's a little bit more in this.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 30:16. It says, all thine adversaries shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
So not only the so-called white people, Esau, Edom, for how they put us in captivity and all this, all you other heathens who came and took advantage of the opportunity to kick us while we were down, right? Like it reads in Lamentations 1:21, like the brother got or we were gonna get. Nobody cared. Nobody ain't stopped. Ain't nobody come over here and tell this devil, hey man, what you doing with these people, man? You can't do this, you can't do that. Ain't nobody come to the aid of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. In fact, they did the complete opposite. They waited and dug in deeper, man. After this devil had us completely under subjection, they came over here and they dealt treacherously with us even more, man. So what? All of our adversaries are going to face the same judgment, man. Face the same fate that we had to go through, man. that precept. That's just how it is, man. And we're not, nobody up here is gonna complain about how it's gonna go down, man, and how it's written. It is what it is. We went through what we went through. So what? They gonna have to, and that spirit of, oh well, maybe we don't have to do all that, or how Jake be like, oh, let's bygones be bygones. That spirit gonna be wiped away when the Lord come back, man. It's gonna be wiped away, because once the Lord puts into remembrance all the things that's happened to us, they're like, oh well, how you gonna watch these Edomite babies get smashed to bits, or see this or see that, or do this or do that to the heathens, man. Once the Lord puts into remembrance how these heathens dealt with us, man, it's gonna be a no-brainer, man. And we're gonna do everything in righteousness. You ain't gonna catch us doing no buck breaking and all this other stuff, and no wicked stuff like that. But everything that's inside the limits, man. Once the Lord give us that spiritual power anyway to deal with these other nations, man, all the stuff that they was doing is gonna look like child's play, man. Yep. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 28. Just punish them that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong.
And with pride do us wrong, man. That's what the brother's going into. You go to your job today, this devil got a huge ass smile on his face, man. Ready to get on your back, man, about something, man.
Put some hell on you.
Yeah, put some hell on you, man. This because you know Esau be living crazy at home. You know what I'm saying? So when he get to come into work, man, he abused his power, man. Especially these these Joe Smoke, these low level so-called white people, they might not be living the best at home. So once they able to get a foot on your neck, they step even harder. Especially if they got a crew full of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know? Emmanuel been working for the company for 20 years, but the boss's son just graduated college and need a job, and now he get the VP position, man. And now you got to come to work every day and listen to this snotty-nosed brat, prideful ass brat telling you how to do your job that you've been doing for 2 decades already, man. This is how they deal with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
Yep. I'm reading one more time. 2 Maccabees, I'm going to go back to that Psalms. 2 Maccabees 1 and 28. Punish them that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong.
Punish them that oppress us, man. We are in systematic oppression. The only ones who are free from this oppression is the ones who have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, man. Because then you know that you have the victory, and that we have to go through all this to get to the kingdom of heaven. But everybody else, man, and how we were years and decades ago before the Lord opened the book back up, man, it was all hell on our people, man. Everything was done for the downfall of you Jakes, man. So Lord, this is a prayer. This is us praying to the Lord to punish our enemies, man. And he's gonna cash in, because at this time we knew that the Lord had our backs, man. Now our people don't even consider.
This is back in Psalms 149 and 7. It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be an everlasting kingdom ruling, and we're gonna enact that vengeance on these days.
It says, verse 8, to bind their king with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron.
These elitists and all these higher-ups that know what's going on, they're going to be the first ones head first into captivity, right? We're going to dig them up from these bunkers, right? And these other heathens got higher-ups too, and they're going to be going, and they're going to head into captivity too. Those heathens, these other heathens who are tied in with the top elite families of Esau, they're gonna be saved. They already was that you got brought out last week that bunkers are on the all-time high being bought. You know,
Yep.
Now all of them ain't going. Everybody, some of the bunkers are just to be sold. Esau Edom ain't giving away them deep level. He got compounds underground, man. That's that him and his people. Exactly. This is why women shouldn't be driving, man. Sure about
Psalms 149 and 9 says,
no, it's okay, all right. So, that's why you women should be at home, man.
all right. 8 again. Psalms 149 and 8 says, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron.
All the people that you think to be high in this society, man, they can be the first ones in the captivity, man. They can be the first ones, man. Those Rothschilds over there, those
Gettys, Bloombergs, Bushes, Clintons, DuPonts. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. You type in feathers of iron. What do you see? A Jake with shackles on him.
Yep.
All right. Well, they're gonna have the man, woman, and child in shackles, man.
Yep.
So it's like they had us in shackles.
That's right.
All right. And so they didn't show no favor for the young or the old. We're not gonna show any favor, man. You know.
That's right.
Because that's what they have sown in the earth. Wickedness, evilness. So they're going to get that right back to them, man. Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah. All them curses. 15 on down. We had to drink it. Y'all going to have to drink that same cup.
I'm pretty sure. Verse 9 says to execute upon the judgment, upon them, says to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise you, the Lord.
This is the honor of the saints, man. That this what we just read is a privilege only to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and not even all of us on the first go around, but the elect, man. Lord, will we be a part of that number of salvation and deliverance, right? And the rest of us are going to be born into the kingdom of heaven through the Lords of the elect. But at that time, we're going to be back united as one nation again, and we're going to be on top. And everything that we just read, and how we're going to have these heathens up under subjection, is only given unto us. Man. The kingdom of heaven is not given to everybody on the face of the earth, just the Israelites and the Israelites only. Praise ye Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right. As it was told us that, you know, now this world's made for our sakes, but now that the heathen are over us, you know, 2 Ezra 6, if you paraphrase it.
It's another beautiful weekend, prophesying the downfall of this wicked, sinful queendom. This is America. Hey, look, it's a beautiful weekend, prophesying the downfall of this place, man. With that, we're going to go ahead and close it out, giving our honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Next up, double honor to our apostle, Elder Great Millstone, who taught us the 100% truth of the Bible, and we rule well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in our diligence and sincerity. Until next time we say, Shalom.
Shalom.